What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 589. Episode number 589 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like to ask everybody on this July 9, 2018, I'd like to ask everybody to please spread this show link around like wildfire, all right? Spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live, baby, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, baby. That's when we're live. 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And I love being independent now. The official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast is, and type this in your browser, add it to your bookmarks, add it to your favorites, ghost.report. It's as simple as that. That's all you have to type in your browser, ghost.report, and that is the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And once again, folks, if you have not done so, get yourself a free account on Gab. That's my social media website of flavor, folks. That's my only social media community that I conduct any kind of online business in. So any other so-called account related to this broadcast or me on any other social media Silicon Valley oligarch website, it's a bunch of crap. So get yourself a Gab account and follow me on my official social media representation on Gab, and it's under the name, get this, Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow on Gab. All right, it's as simple as that, Politics Ghost. And by the way, what's going on, everybody, in the True Capitalist Radio chat room on this Monday? What's going on, man? We had some pretty good conversation this weekend. We did a lot of things this weekend, the True Capitalist Radio chat room and myself. If you want to partake in this, conversation or internet tomfoolery or whatever we may be doing at the time, or if you want to kick back with everybody, chill with us while the broadcast is happening, well then, by God, go ahead and do the following if you want to be a part of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Listen up. All you got to do is go to my Gab right now, Politics Ghost, and hit the subscribe button for premium content, all right? Hit the subscribe button for premium content, and once you do all that, private message me on Gab. It's as simple as that. Private message me on Gab and let me know your Discord chat name, and I will give you a private invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat room. It's that damn easy. Now that we've gotten that all out of the way, I want to thank you folks very much for tuning in with me. I hope that you had a pretty decent weekend. I know I did. It did rain most of the weekend out here in San Hambonia. As a matter of fact, it's still goddamn raining. So, a little bit of a gloomy day, but I kind of like the rain, I'm not trying to sound like some melancholy jerk-off, but, when you have a lot of heat, which you do out here in Southwest Texas, South Texas, massive heat, and it's not just like 103-degree Fahrenheit weather out here either. You have about 80-90% humidity on top of that. So it's not even just hot, it's humid, you can't breathe out here. But regardless, whenever you have a pretty good downpour for several consecutive days and you hear that melodic rain, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about that thunderstorm hailing. You don't know whether it's going to fucking tornado or whatever I don't like that rain. I like the slow, mellow sounds of the rain. You know what I mean? Kind of therapeutic in a way. Anyway, folks, before I get into the cryptocurrency and stock portion of the broadcast, I wanted to make a little bit, a soliloquy about something. Now, you folks know here recently in the past month, this broadcast has taken a turn for the serious. Not that it always has not been serious, but everybody who understands the history of the show knows that, unfortunately, there was a big troll component and a mental retardation, autism component of the show that comprised a decent portion of the demographic that listened to this broadcast. And I noticed that the reason that these people were coming to this broadcast was because of things like the old segments, gab shout-outs, radio graffiti, and, they were fun back in the old days of 2010, 2011, but that kind of personality is damn near scarce, if not an endangered species at this point in time. And it pretty much, these two segments, made the show look a little bit like the autistic mental retardation that comprised the demographic of those segments. Now, with that being said, folks, we took the show into a serious direction, and I want to be honest with you, a lot of people have appreciated it. A lot of people love it. I appreciate those that love it. I have a whole new fan base coming in, not just people from America, but people from all over the world. Now that we're independent now, I've got people from all over the world. I'm talking about nooks and crannies of the world that I would never think that it would have internet connections, let alone the ability to be able to hear the stream. I want to be honest with you. Now that we have taken this show into a serious direction of capitalism, of right-wing politics, of that sort of thing, all of a sudden we are getting the attention of these left-wing media fact-checkers. You know what I'm talking about? These people like Snopes and PolyFact and all these ridiculous so-called media fact-checkers. And one in particular, folks, and I did gab about this one here earlier today. What the hell is this website called, for Christ's sake? MediaBiasFactCheck.com. Now, they have labeled Ghost.Report, the website, as extreme far right-wing propaganda, and alluded to the fact that I don't cite anything, which if you have ever read any of my articles, which I know I should write more, I'm sorry, but I only have so much time in the damn day. But if any of you all read any of my articles, you all know that there is a plethora of sourcing and linkage to all kinds of sources. And the article that this moron, whoever is this left-wing soy boy faggot out here in MediaBiasFactCheck.com that decided to focus in on my website and my broadcast, the article in question that he claims is inaccurate and unfactual, and let me go ahead and give you the exact name to that one just in case everybody wants to keep up with it. It's called Immigrant Child Separation Was Obama's Policy, Handed Kids to Child Traffickers. Now, if you take a look at that, it's the first one right now. If you go on Ghost.Report, it's the first damn article. If you take a look at all these links that I give. I give the Department of Homeland Security section, area, page, everything on where to find the law in which immigrant child separation was the policy of the Department of Homeland Security going back to its inception. Okay? Then, not only did Obama use this portion of the Department of Homeland Security to separate immigrants from their children, and I put that right there, and this is a New York Times source on there. So I purposely put a New York Times source there, folks, so that any liberals and any leftist that try to claim that I'm biased and I'm not giving any kind of credible sources, I'm giving your liberal source right here, New York Times. All right, January 29, 2016. It says U.S. placed immigrant children with traffickers. I mean, that's the fucking name of the report. All right, and then I talk about how, the Obama administration just seems to get away with this, and they've gotten away with it throughout its whole 8-year tenure. I talk a little bit about the infamous Fast and Furious operation that was not only directed by Obama via the Department of Justice, via the Attorney General Eric Holder, but this operation was supposed to be an operation in which the Department of Justice was going to give firearms to the cartels in Mexico. Now, it's funny that these liberals want to take law-abiding citizens' guns away from them, Second Amendment rights from them, but the Department of Justice, Eric Holder, and Obama had no problem giving, under Fast and Furious operation, guns, fully automatic weapons, to the Mexican drug cartels. And the so-called explanation for this lunacy: we were going to track them. We were going to track the guns. That was the explanation by the Obama administration for this ridiculous Fast and Furious. And guess what? Of course, they lost track of all the guns until these guns that the government gave the so-called Mexican drug cartels ended up at the scene of a murdered Border Patrol agent. And all of a sudden, these same guns that trace back to Fast and the Furious ended up at that mass shooting in France. Remember that mass shooting in France? Where the hell did those Jehudis get those guns? Those guns trace back all the way to the Fast and the Furious operation. And this is all factual. I mean, I say this in the article, and of course, you've got some left-wing faggotry over here in media fact bias check, or whatever the fuck it's called, trying to come at me because they're trying to claim that I'm right-wing propaganda. Now, look, I am not hiding the fact that I am a capitalist and that I am right-wing in my political persuasion, but this article gives you factual information. As a matter of fact, I'm giving you Judicial Watch. I mean, I'm giving you New York Times. I mean, these liberals, folks, I'm telling you this right now, this is how they're able to manipulate their masses of minions. All they have to do is say, oh, don't listen to that complicated stuff. It's fake news. Don't worry about it. Continue to listen to us. The Rachel Maddows of the world. The Brian Seltzers of the world. The Joe Scarboroughs of the world. That's who you should be listening to. We're just going to compartmentalize every complicated issue into the most minute, ridiculous nothing burger and have you focus on things that you shouldn't even be focusing on, like, I don't know, immigration, child separation. It's funny that us Democrats have all of you dumb idiot liberals thinking about child immigration separation when it has been our policy as Democrats to separate the child, and I'm talking about the American child, away from their families. It is our Democrat policies that separated the majority of the families in America. It is our policies that we have legislated through the bench via the justice system that has enabled women to be financially incentivized to divorce their husbands, play the child support lottery system, get on the welfare state, make sure that their kid is sick because, you know, the sicker the kid, the more money you get per month. That's what Democrats have done to America. We've not only split up the family, but we've incentivized having women having multiple children and being single because we wanted this. This is the Democrat way. But all of a sudden, we're miraculously having some emotion and empathy towards immigrant children. I'm telling you, it makes me sick. But the reason that I bring this up, folks, is because now that this broadcast has taken a serious turn, we're all of a sudden getting noticed by these so-called media fact checkers. And these are all leftists, folks. You have to understand. These are all leftist pieces of garbage. I mean, they're just using this as a means so that these leftists that don't want to believe the truth can say, hey, you see, look at this media fact bias check. It said, look, it's propaganda.
so I don't have to believe it. Even though this guy's got New York Times linked and, you know, it's got a lot of articles linked, I don't have to believe it. I can just believe whatever I want. I'm going to believe in Rachel Maddow. She's just so great, isn't she? She's got that bull dyke haircut and she thinks she's a man, when in actuality she's like, I don't know, some pro-AIDS muff diving bull dyke. I mean, I just think that's so adorable.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, listen, this is why I have changed the broadcast format to the serious, because you see how I took this broadcast serious, and now you've got the serious media fact checkers coming after this broadcast? I'm an independent broadcast now, folks. And that's what makes it so scary. That's what makes what I'm doing more scary than me being some media influencer on one of these fucking social media networks. And this goes to show all of you. It's just like Drudge, Matt Drudge said during an interview when he just miraculously showed up at the studios of Alex Jones. It's like he said, you know, instead of being some media influencer in the internet ghettos like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, why don't you create your own website? Why don't you create your own stream? And it took a little kick in the ass for me to do that, and that's what I've done, folks. And now that I've done that, and now that I'm taking this broadcast 110% serious, all of a sudden the left is starting to take yours truly serious. The left is starting to take this broadcast serious. The left is starting to take things that I'm writing on Ghost.report serious. And I'm telling you this right now, man. I mean, they can continue to, you know, babble their mouths, flap their yappers. They could sit here and continue to propagandize people. But what those of us that are in the independent media need to understand is we got to be independent. I mean, you can't get any more independent than what yours truly is doing. And that's why those that listen and appreciate this content, man, you've got to support the show in any way you can. We're being isolated. We're being subjugated. We're being banned. You know, I mean, we can't even partake in monetization in any capacity. I mean, we're not even able to go into transaction companies. They're banning people's PayPal accounts. They're banning everything just because you're on the right wing of the political persuasion. I mean, this is all out totalitarianism, and you folks need to realize that. And that's why we all have to support everybody who's in the independent media that's on the right wing of the political persuasion, because if we don't, no one else is. We've got to create our own infrastructure. We have to create our own base of individuals, of media sources that we can truly trust. And by the way, you know, anything that I say on this broadcast, that's what the beauty about this being an internet broadcast. Anything that I say, you could easily just fact check and say, you know what, Ghost for real? Is that for real? Let me go ahead and Google that. Let me go ahead and Bing that. Let me go ahead and, you know, whatever search engine you use. And then you start realizing that what Ghost is saying out here is pretty goddamn factual. And it's like, whoa, dude. So anyway, folks, with that being said, I just want to tell you that I'm glad that I've taken this broadcast more serious. And I'm glad that I've just kind of, you know, put down the whole autism, you know, man-child cartoon fetish BS and just dropped it like a bag of bricks. And we kept going forward and we legitimized ourselves. And as a result, folks, I mean, that's why we're being taken seriously now, baby. That's why this broadcast is being taken seriously now. And I'm glad. I'm seriously glad, folks, okay? Because we deserve to be taken serious. We've been serious. I mean, for those of you that remember the 2016 year and all the things that the capitalist army and we all did on this broadcast, I mean, I can go on, but you all remember, right? You remember? I remember. Do you remember? It was a year to remember! I remember. Anyway, folks, now that I've gotten that little soliloquy out of the way, all I'm simply stating is that that's why independent media like this is truly independent, needs to be supported, man, because everybody's against us, baby. Everybody's against us. But I keep on going. You know, they ain't going to stop True Capitalist Radio no matter what, baby. You understand that? No matter what! Anyway, let's go ahead and talk a little bit of finance. I know everybody out here who's listening in the first hour, that's what they listen to. They want to listen to the finance ghost. What's going on here? Now, if you were paying attention to the crypto markets this past weekend, you would have noticed that we saw a dramatic, huge increase in the prices of crypto. And that's why I keep telling each and every one of you, whenever you see contractions, don't go away from the market. Try to use whatever liquidity that you have to try to buy into the market. Buy low, sell high. Remember that. Now, with that being said, the reason that we're starting to see another contraction today in the cryptocurrency markets is because the U.S. dollar is king of fiat. I know that people hate to hear that. I know that people are like, Ghost, okay, we get it, the dollar's king, whatever. What does that mean? That means, folks, if the dollar is going to increase in value, then the cryptocurrency markets are going to decrease in value, especially if you're pairing cryptocurrencies with U.S. fiat. I mean, you take a look at the dollar spot today. The dollar spot is up 0.12% on the day. And that's on top of a killer stock market day. Today is earnings season, and the stock market reacted very positively, even though we're talking about trade wars, right? So that's where the money's at right now. That's why you're seeing a lot of cryptocurrency contractions right now in the market. So let's go ahead and get to it. We were looking at about $280 billion, $279 billion market capitalization this past weekend. And hopefully you got some liquidity if you're a pattern or swing trader, because it was the weekend of swing and pattern trade, to say the least. But right now we're seeing a contraction, folks. If we take a look at the current market capitalization of cryptocurrency, the current market cap is $269 billion market capitalization for the entire cryptocurrency market. So we are seeing a contraction. Most things are in red, folks. So with that being said, let's go ahead, I guess, and cover some of them, right? Let's go ahead and cover some of them. One I do want to cover, I want to cover some major losers out here because, I mean, there are some major contractions in the double-digit percentage decreases. One I want to talk about is Bancor. Now, this is not a buy. I'm not covering this because I think this is a good cryptocurrency. The reason I'm covering this is because I believe you still can purchase it via the Exodus wallet. Bancor, believe it or not, is created by some of the members, the high-ranking members or former high-ranking members of the European Central Bank. Dun, dun, dun. That's right. It's a central bank-created cryptocurrency. Bancor, the symbol is BNT. Now, you're seeing it completely tank. It was tanked as low as 20-something% on the day today. And the reason is because somehow Bancor got hacked. Somehow Bancor got hacked. It was a major security breach. They don't know why the hell it happened. Apparently, no wallets were jeopardized, but all out. The call for it being compromised by the official team scared the market silly when it came to this particular crypto. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, since it's coming back a little bit, but it was down like 25%. Bancor, BNT, market capitalization for Bancor is $138 billion market capitalization. The circulating supply, folks, is 50 million. 50 million in circulation. Now, in the past 24 hours, it looks like it's bounced back a tad bit. It is only down 13.47% decrease on the day. Current price for Bancor, $2.73 per Bancor cryptocurrency. Once again, that was a huge contraction. Now, another one, folks, I want to talk about, and this is not a buyer. I'm just covering these because these were big, big losers here in the past weekend, and I want to talk about why, all right? Now, let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin Diamond. That's right. I know what you're about to say, but take a look at Bitcoin Diamond this weekend, folks, okay? Take a look at Bitcoin Diamond. Bitcoin Diamond went as high as, 65, 70% increase on the effing day? I mean, are you kidding me? Oh, yeah. BCD is the symbol for Bitcoin Diamond. BCD. If you take a look at the chart on this one, I mean, up 50, 60%, 70%. I don't know how high it went. But I knew it was a pump, folks, and if you were lucky enough to be a part of this, hopefully you didn't hold on and think,
oh, it's going to be the next Bitcoin, man. I've got it. Look, it's on the way up. Look, it's fucking up 65%, 70%, dude. It's the next Bitcoin. We're going up to 20,000, man. Yeah, dude.
Well, that's not what happened, okay? There was obviously a pump and dump. And the reason is, folks, is because Bitcoin Diamond released its wallet. And that was the big hype, this past weekend, folks. Take a look at that effing chart. Take a look at the chart. Let's go ahead and look at it. BCD, Bitcoin Diamond. All right, now, once again, I am not a buyer on this whatsoever. I'm just telling you where the major losses were because, for whatever reason, they were buying into this stuff this weekend and, causing major increases. Bitcoin Diamond was one of them. Bitcoin Diamond, current market capitalization is $361 million market capitalization. The current circulating supply is 153 million. 153 million in circulation. It's a far cry from the 17 million of not only Bitcoin, but Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Diamond. Or Bitcoin Gold, excuse me. 153 million in circulation for Bitcoin Diamond in the past 24 hours, okay? Jesus Christ. It has gone down 35.22%. 35.22%. Now, once again, folks, it is bouncing back to some degree, but, I mean, this is what everybody was buying into on the weekend, man. I mean, it's garbage coins, pump and dumps. And when you see something, all right, when you see something increase in that rapid capacity, you may want to consider moving. And, I understand that, hey, well, Ghost, dude, what if it goes higher? Well, sell a third of it or sell half of it, just so that you can at least capitalize on those high prices, man. I'm serious. Come on, man. Anyway, folks, let me go ahead and start covering one more loser, and it goes back to EOS. EOS, folks, we've talked about this one. June was the do or die. It continuously has nothing but bad news. The mainnet sucks. They barely were able to get the threshold to vote on anything as it pertains to their community. I mean, just a whole bunch of garbage. The only reason that I would ever talk about this one during the past year was because I saw it go from about 40 to 50 cents to like $13, $14, $15, $16. I mean, within a year's time span. And this was all on speculation because EOS hadn't produced anything. Remember, this past month was their do or die on turning on their mainnet and seeing what it sucked. It sucked. And you can see it in the price today. Let's go ahead and take a look at EOS. Once again, I am not a buyer on EOS. I'm just covering some of these big losers today. EOS, current market capitalization is $6.9 billion market cap. The circulating supply, and this is what boggles my mind about EOS, man. The circulating supply for EOS is 896 million in circulation. 896 million in circulation. Now, in the past 24 hours, all right, we have seen it go down 11.16% on the day. You know what I mean? 11.16% decrease on the day. The current price for EOS, remember, I think we saw this as high as about $16, $17. It is now down to $7.75. I still think that's an overinflated price, given the fact that you have all these problems. All right? You got all these goddamn problems from this goddamn coin, for heaven's sake. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's try to cover some of these cryptos, the mainstream cryptos that we're all looking into, for Christ's sake, all right? So, let's take a look at the first kid on the blockchain. I'm talking about Bitcoin. You know, it's the big kid on the block. As I've been stating, folks, we're going to see another run. All right, I don't know how high we're going to see this. But we are going to see a run on Bitcoin, BTC, just based on mere speculation. And as I stated, it's top of mind on everybody's psyche. Whenever you ask anybody what is cryptocurrency, the first thing that they're going to blurt out is Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is, I mean, you can't buy that type of marketing. You know? You can't buy that type of marketing. So, once again, I am a little bullish here in the short term on Bitcoin. Even though I think it needs to fade away already, I do believe that we're going to see another run. Because lest we forget, we have a lot of legitimate financial instruments in the traditional investment community on Wall Street created from Bitcoin. We have these futures that we have been seeing circulated in certain financial instruments in Wall Street. You have ETFs, I believe, at this point. I mean, a lot of things that are affecting Wall Street as it pertains to Bitcoin in general. So I do believe that we're going to see another run. Now, is it going to be a $20,000 run? I don't know about that. I could possibly see this going as high as 15 grand. But then we're going to see another pullback because, as I stated, folks, there are other coins that are fucking way better technologically, transaction speed-wise, etc. You know, so with that being said, I'm bullish here in the short term on Bitcoin. All right? Let's go ahead and get to it. BTC, current market capitalization is $115 billion market cap. The circulating supply is 17.1 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone down 0.44%. The current price for Bitcoin, symbol BTC, current price is $6,743 per Bitcoin. Once again, I see this going at least $15,000 based upon the speculation or over-speculation thereof, Bitcoin. I mean, it's top of mind. Remember, we've got Wall Street futures made after this particular crypto. A lot of stuff. So, but I'm thinking this is short-term. I don't think it's long-term. Remember, I mean, there's nothing else backing up Bitcoin other than the top-of-mind speculation. Let's go ahead and get to Ethereum. Now, we should see another run on Ethereum. Why? Because it's number 2 on the top of mind of those that understand cryptocurrency. It has created an extension to the blockchain technology called smart contract technology, which hasn't really been fully integrated as of this point because, in my opinion, it's not fully functional. The scalability is questionable, the reliability is questionable, the security is questionable, but still, I mean, people are still, going with this. People are still riding with Ethereum. As a matter of fact, we had Vitalik, which is one of the co-creators of Ethereum, that spoke to the world. What was it? It was some economic forum. It wasn't the World Economic Forum, but it was some economic forum here recently. I mean, Vitalik is being looked at as some legitimate economic revolutionary, which, I think we need to calm down on this pause hole, with all due respect. Now, Ethereum, as I stated, I think it's going to run. We've seen the high price of Ethereum get to as high as $1,100. You got a lot of people holding the bag at that rate. We could see it get that high, and I've said it in the past. The highest I think that we'll see it get is anywhere from $1,200 to $1,300. And then once we start seeing that price, I think we're going to see some resistance, and I think we're just going to see a contraction come down from then. But the short term, much like Bitcoin, I think that these two things are going to rise here once more market capitalization comes into the cryptocurrency markets. And how is that going to happen? Well, we need the dollar to come down in value. We need the stock market. Believe it or not, if the stock market goes down in value, we have a lot of those traditional investors now integrated into the cryptocurrency market, and they'll bring some of that over. And not to mention, we need to spread, those of us that are involved in the cryptocurrency markets, we need to spread this information. I mean, give, cryptocurrency as birthday gifts and, give it in paper wallets. I mean, whatever the case might be, folks, because the more people that are involved in this market, remember, this market has barely scratched the surface. All right. I mean, the stock market right now is at like over $30 trillion in market capitalization. The stock market. Right now, like I said at the beginning of the cryptocurrency segment here, the market capitalization for cryptocurrency, the entire market, is $269 billion. That's it. I'm just saying. All right. Anyway, let me get to Ethereum. ETH is the symbol. Current market capitalization is $47 billion market cap. The circulating supply, which is a little... which has me throwing red flags. Current circulating supply for Ethereum is 100 million in circulation. And as I stated previous, there is no end. There is no, end circulation. I mean, this is like Dogecoin. It seems as if it's going to continue to go on forever and ever and ever, which is not something that's very comforting if you're looking to invest in a cryptocurrency in the long term. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum has gone down 2.81%. The current price for Ethereum is $476.69 per Ethereum. Now, let's get to Bitcoin Cash, folks, BCH. Now, I'm going to extend my bullish run on Bitcoin Cash from 6 months to a year. And there's a lot of reasons for this. I have suggested many times that Bitcoin Cash could be an alternative to fiat currency. If I was to accept any kind of, Bitcoin cryptocurrency for exchange of goods and services, aside from quantum, because I would take quantum first, I would go with Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash, folks, the potential that Bitcoin Cash has to not just being an alternative to fiat, but surpassing Bitcoin is very high. Now, the block size of Bitcoin is like 1 megabyte, which, strongly kind of constrains the speed in which a transaction can be processed. And that's why Bitcoin, whenever you try to make a payment on it, you got to wait for all kinds of confirmations and all this other nonsense. With Bitcoin Cash, the block sizes are at 32 megabytes, which means that I believe it can, at 32 megabyte block size, the Bitcoin Cash can actually transact, I think, 244 transactions a second, as opposed to, I think, the double-digit amount of the one megabyte block size of Bitcoin. So there's a lot of things I like about Bitcoin Cash. That's just one. Obviously, it's a quick transaction speed, low transaction fee. It's Bitcoin, but faster, better, and more reliable, less transaction fees, man. So keep an eye on this one I'm bullish on this one for a year. BCH, Bitcoin Cash. Let's go ahead and take a look at the market capitalization of Bitcoin. $0.6 billion market cap. The current circulating supply for Bitcoin Cash is 17.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Cash has gone down 3.08% decrease on the day. Remember, we are having a contraction today. Current price for Bitcoin Cash, $733.03 per Bitcoin Cash. Another alternative to fiat, folks, is Litecoin. All right, is Litecoin, LTC. The current market capitalization for Litecoin is $4.6 billion. And once again, the only reason Litecoin hasn't taken more of a bump up, in my opinion, is because of the mental retardation and the autism of its founder, Charlie Lee. I mean, Charlie Lee, I don't know what the hell his problem is, but he needs to shut up, all right? I mean, if he's going to be flapping his fat goddamn soy sauce eating fingers on the keyboard, talking anything on Twitter, he needs to be cracking open some fortune cookies and, writing whatever the hell's in those. Because, I mean, what he's been doing thus far is screwing Litecoin and its partnership potential. I mean, had Charlie Lee, in my opinion, not screwed up his own coin and been a damn autistic tard on Twitter, I think Litecoin could have been integrated in something big by now, and Litecoin could have been at least several $100. But, of course, Charlie Lee. But it's still, I mean, given its technology and, the whole 9 yards, it still could be an alternative to fiat. It's only time and the market will tell. LTC is the symbol for Litecoin. Current market capitalization is $4.6 billion market cap. The current circulating supply is 57 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Litecoin has gone down 2.53% decrease on the day. Current price for Litecoin is $80.88 per Litecoin. Let's take a look at Monero, folks. Monero, what do I say about Monero? It likes to run. It's a short-term pattern trading play. I am not a long-term investor on Monero at all, and that's just my opinion. Other people may differ, but I'm not too big of a fan of Monero. It's a swing or pattern trading play in my view. If you're a long-term investor, because right now it's a low circulation, it's got a privacy component. I think here within the next 2 to 3 years, Monero should be pretty safe in a gradual increase and in its mining capacity. But much like Ethereum, I don't see an end on how many Monero are going to be minted. It just has a circulating supply, and that circulating supply continues to get higher and higher with no end in sight. So it's much like what you're seeing with Ethereum. It's like a Dogecoin, so to speak. So these are things to think about. Let's get to Monero, symbol XMR. Current market cap is $2.1 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply is 16.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Monero has gone down 2.36%. Current price for Monero, symbol XMR, $135.59 per Monero. Let's go ahead and get to Dash, folks. I like Dash. I like Dash. It's one of the old school kids on the blockchain, formerly Darkcoin. Now Dash, D-A-S-H. Current market capitalization is $1.9 billion market cap. The circulating supply is a very nice and low 8.1 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Dash has gone down 4.66%. Current price for Dash, symbol D-A-S-H, current price $232.14 per Dash. Good God, folks. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to, once again, my biggest holding, Quantum. And the Inner Circle, the True Capitalist Radio chat room, and myself, we've been acquiring this at these prices. I mean, it got as low as 7 and change here this past, what was it, a couple of weeks ago? 7 and change for QTUM, and we're gobbling that up, man. We've got people in the Inner Circle and in the True Capitalist Radio chat room that are part of the 500 Club. That means that you own over 500 Quantum. And as I stated, folks, people have been getting their staking payments. We just had somebody in the Inner Circle who had, 180 or 190 Quantum in their Quantum wallet. And all they had to do was just hold it in their wallet and leave their computer on. Or better yet, folks, you don't even have to have it on your computer. What people have now is they put it on the Raspberry Pi, or there's a service actually building something like this called a stake box. A stake box, meaning you just upload your coins or send your coins to that Raspberry Pi type of mechanism, so that all you have to do is plug that in and leave it running 24 hours a day, and you'll be staking and using less electricity as opposed to leaving it on your PC, leaving it open, etc. So there is ways to be able to stake your quantum without necessarily using large amounts of electricity or having a computer open, etc. Okay? So with that being said, quantum, symbol QTUM, current market capitalization right now is very low right now. Current market capitalization is $761 million market capitalization. The current circulating supply is 88 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, we have seen quantum contract just like everything else in the market right now. It is down 4.70%. Current price for quantum, QTUM is the symbol, $8.59. Once again, we had somebody in the inner circle have about 180, 190 quantum, had him staked, left his computer on, left the wallet on, left his, you have to keep your money in there. You got to keep your quantum in there. And he got like 3.5 quantum for holding 180 quantum in his quantum wallet, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. I mean, and on top of that, all the airdrops that one can get because of this coin. This coin is its own QRC20 token, which is in competition with the ERC20 token, which is Ethereum's. Now, lest we forget, folks, that quantum, QTUM, aside from them integrating smart contract technology, they've created their own virtual machine to process these smart contracts called the x86 machine, which is a hell of a lot better than Ethereum's virtual machine. Now, these, virtual machines that I'm talking about, the x86 of quantum and the Ethereum virtual machine, these pieces of blockchain software is what enables smart contract technology to be in existence. Now, with Ethereum's virtual machine, if you are a programmer that wants to program a smart contract, you are limited to the program language Solidity. Now, what has happened here recently with quantum is, aside from using Solidity to be able to create or program a smart contract, you will also be able to use other languages in the x86 virtual machine, such as C++ and these types of program languages, to develop what they are going to be called in the future, you're going to hear this more often, DApps, or decentralized apps, okay? And this is really where the value in quantum comes from, man, is in the technology that's integrated into quantum. It does what Ethereum can do, but better. It can do what Bitcoin can do, but better. And as a matter of fact, I hate to go on and on about this coin, but I personally believe, I genuinely believe this, and so does everybody else in the inner circle and in the True Capitalist Radio chat room, that QTUM will be one of the biggest, if not the biggest coin in the world here in the next few years. And that's just based on the pure technology. You have a new coin that is being released here, I think tomorrow. It is going to be the first blockchain coin technology specifically for video content creators. Now, what is happening here is that a movie is going to be released tomorrow, folks. But believe it or not, it's going to be the first movie released on the blockchain. So if you want to see the movie, you have to go through the blockchain, and it's through this new coin that is off of the QRC20 token. This is a quantum-based token, QTUM-based token, called VEVE. Okay, or VEVU, or some shit like that. It's VEVUE. This is the coin here. Now, what you're going to have to do is, July 10th, they're going to release this indie film about a hacker who falls for a grieving widow And, this involves, cryptocurrency and theft, and it's a pretty good movie. VIVU is the blockchain in which you are going to have to purchase this movie. And what the blockchain does, it acts like a decentralized royalties generator. And because everybody who views the content, the video content, is on a ledger, and their IP addresses and everything is on a ledger, it cannot be pirated. I mean, it's an anti-piracy type of a blockchain in which you'll have to use VIVU cryptocurrency to enable it to play. I mean, it's got its own ability to be able to pay the original video content creator its royalties without having to have some middleman. It's the smart contract technology, the blockchain, that's creating, or that's actually paying the content creator its royalties. Which means this. Let me give it to you as simple as possible. I put out a video, right? I put out a video and say the only way that you're going to be able to get this video is if you buy it on the VIVU blockchain, which means you'll probably have to get VIVU as a cryptocurrency and purchase it through me through the VIVU blockchain. You get it. Now, depending on how I wanted to sell it, I could sell it in the sense of, okay, you can give me $10 and I can give you my video and it can be played for 15 times. And then after that, it will be unplayable until you give more micropayments to be able to view the video in question. And meanwhile, the person that bought the video from me can send the video to somebody else, and that person can open it, and if they want to view it, will have to use VIVU to open it for whatever is programmed in the smart contract, whether it's 10 views or 15 views, or you're giving away the whole movie, whatever. Regardless, you don't have to have some middleman waiting and trying to look for your royalties out here as a video producer. The blockchain and the smart contract technology does it for you. And anyone who attempts to pirate the blockchain or the video on the blockchain can be directly traced back because they're using the blockchain like a ledger, much like you're using cryptocurrency. It's unbelievable, folks. This is what I'm saying. I mean, and this is just one of the quantum coins that are being made out of the QRC20 token that are just completely out of this world, that are going to eliminate things like Hollywood and agents and, oh yeah, here's your royalty check. The smart contract pays you your royalty check. It's unbelievable. I mean, you don't need PayPals anymore. You don't need Amazons anymore. I mean, this is where it's going. Decentralized applications. Anyway, folks, I can't wait for it. I'm really hyping QTUM, folks, because I personally believe it's the future, man. I personally goddamn believe it's the future. Anyway, let's continue going here, all right? I'm running out of time once again, but I just wanted to give everybody the information on that blockchain, all right? Let me go ahead and cover a couple of more crypto, and we're getting the hell out of here. Zcash, folks. Zcash, I like the price on Zcash. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, they did allow the ASIC mining on this. For you folks that are unfamiliar, Bitmain, those Chinese builders of mining hardware, have somehow developed a ASIC mining capability to Zcash, which will kind of, suck up the juice, if you will, of any mining capability to these, to these ASIC miners. I've got a few people in the inner circle mining Zcash, and they're already seeing the effects of it. So, as far as mining is concerned, you may see a little bit of a decrease in the mining capability because of the ASIC pieces of hardware that are developed for Zcash that are online. Now, there was an attempt to try to stop these ASIC miners from being a part of the pool community and being a part of the mining capability of this coin, but they actually had a vote, and the people who were the major holders of Zcash decided that they wanted ASIC miners. So, if you could read about that, if you want to know the 411, I'm just giving you a little bit of the tidbits. How that's going to affect Zcash's price, I have no idea. I still like Zcash. Like I said, it's got a privacy component. It just hard forked. It just upgraded its blockchain. It's got JP Morgan backing it up. I mean, it's a low circulated coin. I like it, man. I still like it. I'm currently mining it, to say the least, even though the mining capability it is starting to lose its luster, to say the least. Let's go ahead and take a look at Zcash, ZEC. Current market capitalization is $724 million market cap. The circulating supply, like I said, very low, 4.3 million. 4.3 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Zcash has gone down 3.92% decrease on the day. Current price for Zcash, symbol ZEC, current price $167.71 per Zcash. Let's go ahead and get to 0x, folks. What have I told you about 0x, ZRX? We're seeing contractions today, but as I stated, I like 0x, ZRX, especially at these prices, because we just talked about EOS, the big loser at the beginning of this segment, right? EOS went from 40 cents to as high as like $17, $18. And as I stated, the circulating supply for EOS is over 800 million in circulation. Now, 0x, in my opinion, could have the same trajectory price-wise as EOS, because in my opinion, folks, 0x is already a blockchain technology, and I hate to keep reiterating this, but there was an exchange that utilized its blockchain technology, 0x, ZRX, and it was called Paradex. Paradex was purchased by Coinbase, and Coinbase is probably the biggest legitimate, I guess, cryptocurrency exchange in America. I mean, it's the only place, or one of the few places, where you can actually turn your cryptocurrency into U.S. fiat is Coinbase. So I think that there's a lot of room to grow. Obviously, they're going to integrate 0x to some capacity in Coinbase, maybe start covering it. Who knows? But 0x is there, and I think it's a very, very good coin to check out. The trajectory on this to going the path of EOS is very high, in my view. I mean, just take a look at the charts. And not to mention, there's like 300 million less in circulation with 0x as opposed to EOS. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at it. ZRX, current market capitalization is 484 million in market capitalization. The current circulating supply for 0x is 533 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, 0x has gone down 6.07%. But once again, I still like these prices. The current price for ZRX, 90 cents, baby. 90 cents. I like it. And like I said, I personally saw EOS go from 40 cents to $16 on nothing, on mere speculation. Here you've got proven technology. It's been purchased by Coinbase. And Hoodie in the chat room is asking, is Coinbase going to integrate itself with stocks? Absolutely. That's exactly where they're headed. They're already providing instruments for big-time hedge funds and mutual funds, these big money guys that want to invest in crypto. They are providing cryptocurrency custody security over these cryptocurrencies that are owned by these massive funds that have the ability to be able to bring in and out billions of dollars out of the market capitalization. So, good question. And by the way, they are going to integrate stocks into their platform. It's only a matter of time. I mean, they're going through the whole SEC, FTC regulation. Coinbase is going to be the leader. As far as the American exchanges are concerned, they're going to be a leader in that regard. I mean, straight up. Let me go ahead. One more. Let me go one more. Let's go ahead and go with 42 Coin, folks. Now, I had a meeting with the creators of this coin. Now, I'm going to be honest here. What's happening is that the 42 Coin is all circulated. And as more transactions of 42 Coin happen over the 42 Coin network, it begins to reduce itself. So it reduces itself so that it can provide value to the cryptocurrency itself. And not to mention, it is a great coin for long-term investment. I mean, it's 42 coins. The scarcity of the coin is unbelievable. The team that works with this coin is great. And not to mention, this coin right now, 42 Coin, will be legit because there was no ICO. There was no pre-sale to 42 Coin. So it can be easily integrated into the United States as a cryptocurrency because it will not be... It will not be construed as a stock or as a security or anything of that capacity, because once you start playing these games of initial coin offerings and you start saying this terminology, then you start defining your cryptocurrency as a security or as a stock, something of that capacity, and then you fall under certain regulatory bodies. 42 Coin, in my view, considering it did not have any kind of pre-sale and did not have any kind of an ICO, I think supersedes any of that regulatory body, and we're going to see this as a legitimate coin in America here in the next couple of years as a means to, hedge yourself against a contraction. Now, folks, everything right now in the cryptocurrency market is contracting. And what have I told you all about 42 Coin? All right, this is our second biggest holding, the Inner Circle and myself. We are long-term. As a matter of fact, we've been buying because we want to own the whole goddamn coin. I want to be honest with you. We want to own the whole damn thing. But with that being said, and the reason is, folks, is because we've been trying to get this coin on an exchange that has high volume. And we've talked to a few exchanges, and believe it or not, if you want your coin on one of these high-volume exchanges, I'm not going to name any names, but, these exchanges that have billions of dollars of daily volume of trading, one of these exchanges actually said that, yeah, we will put you on the exchange. Do you have 45 Bitcoin, and we'll put you on the exchange. 45 Bitcoin! To be put on the damn exchange. So yeah, that's what's going on in the exchange arena. And what the Inner Circle and myself want to do is we want to be able to get the majority holding of the coin, and we'll sell it ourselves. You know what I mean? We'll sell it ourselves. We'll be an exclusive exchange for 42 Coin. And the reason is because I want to be honest with you, in my opinion, because there was no pre-mine, because there was no pre-sale, because there was no ICO, this particular coin can be construed as a utility, not a commodity, not an equity, and it doesn't fall under the jurisdiction of the FTC and the SEC. So, I'm just saying, so there's a lot of legalese trickery that people need to understand, but that's why we love this coin. All right? I'm just telling you, I'm just giving you the inside. I'm being very transparent on why we like this coin. Now, once again, there's 3 reasons to invest in this. First and foremost, it's a long-term investment, baby. It's to keep all the liquidity that you've made, short and pattern term trading, safe and comfy. All right, safe and comfy to say the least. Second, it is a hedge against these kinds of contractions, folks. I mean, whenever you have a contraction in the market, I mean, what are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Tether? Where are you going to go? To Tether? I mean, Tether, you don't get shit. And as a matter of fact, I think Tether's the biggest scam of all time, if you want my opinion. But look, that's a whole other debate for another day. Okay, whole other debate for another day. But as I stated, it's a hedge against these types of contractions. And last but not least, it is a great swing and pattern trading play. I mean, take a look at it right now. Let's take a look at it. 42 coins, symbol 42. Current market capitalization is $1 million market capitalization. And, of course, the circulating supply for 42 coin is 42. In the past 24 hours, get this, while everything else in the cryptocurrency market is in the red, right now, 42 coin is up 9.08% increase on the day. Did y'all hear that? While everything is down, the cryptocurrency market, 42 coin is up 9.08% increase on the day. The current price for 42 coin, folks, symbol 42 coin, is $25,039.50 per 42 coin, baby. You understand? Woo! I'm telling you, man, I love this coin, and we're going to continue to buy it. We're going to continue to purchase it, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Anyway, folks, we're like 7-8 minutes into the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you all for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like to ask everybody, please, spread this show link around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And I love being independent now. I'm telling you this. Type this in your browser right now. Type this in your browser and then add it to your bookmarks, add it to your favorites. The official website, ghost.report. Ghost.report is the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And by the way, check out my Gab, folks. Follow me on Gab. If you don't have a free Gab account, then what the hell are you doing? It's the last bastion of freedom of speech and social media today. Get yourself a goddamn Gab account and follow me on there, baby. Follow me and holla at me. Follow me at Politics Ghost. Jesus Christ. Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. That's the name to follow. Politics Ghost, Politics Ghost, Politics Ghost. All right? All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost on Gab. Get a Gab. Look at my Gab. Check out my Gab. Anyway, with that being said, folks, I know a lot of people were out there saying, hey, Ghost, man, you said that you were going to release some merch. You know, a lot of people in the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, or the chat room, a lot of people in the True Capitalist Radio chat room asking, a lot of folks on Gab asking. So, look, I'm going to put some merch out because, people have been asking for it. Not to mention, the show doesn't make any money, So, we got to do things to try to monetize the show and that sort of thing. And not to mention, because yours truly is of the right wing, as a capitalist, we're being rejected and we're being banned from every transaction company and social media and yada, 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 yada. So with that being said, folks, what I'm going to do here is I got an autograph going on, okay? 2018, yours truly, Ghost autograph. On the front of it, it's going to have the avatar of yours truly, 2018, with an autograph. And, of course, it's going to be printed under it, "Give me capitalism, give me death." And on the back of the autograph is going to say, True Capitalist Radio at Ghost.report with a microphone icon. And on top of that, folks, I told you I would give you a Ghost relic. And guess what I'm going to give you? I'm going to give you an actual, authentic Spaten bottle cap that yours truly actually drank. I guarantee you I drank I popped the frickin' bottle cap. I drank out an official Spaten bottle cap. You all hear me every time I'm drinking beers, for Christ's sake? I always tell you that I'm drinking those kick-ass German beers. That's the German beer I'm talking about. That is my favorite personal beer. Nobody's paying me to say that. That is my favorite personal beer. Spaten Lagers. Beautiful. Mwah. I love it. I love it. You'll be getting all that. Now, with that being said, let me go ahead and check out my Gab right now if you want to figure out and find out how to get one of these autographs. All right? I mean, we have to go through Gab, folks. You know, we have to make the purchase through Gab. You know, you have to go to the appreciation button underneath this video that I just posted right now. Check out my Gab, Politics Ghost, and be able to pay through that. Now, I know that, you know, it's a little unconventional and that sort of thing, but just keep in mind, man, that aside from supporting the show by purchasing an autograph, you'll also be supporting the independent social media Gab, because we're trying to, you know, we're trying to make this a double-edged appreciation. You know, you're killing 80 birds with one stone. By this purchase, you are basically supporting 100% independent mainstream media, for Christ's sake, all right? Woo! So once again, look at my Gab. Check out my Gab. You want the 2018 autograph of yours truly? And I'm telling you, this is my autograph. And, you know, for you guys that have purchased my autograph in the past, you know that I put it in a nice manila envelope, and I, you know, decorate the envelope. It's always something cool to get something from Ghost. Now, it's going to be badass. Go ahead and take a look at it, and, you know, if you want one, it'll tell you how to get one at Ghost. On my Gab account. All right, check out my Gab account. Politics Ghost. Thank you guys for all those that are going to get one of these autographs. I mean, once again, I take personal time, effort, and energy to create each and every one of these. So this isn't some manufactured bunch of garbage. This is legit, all right? This is all legit. And we're serious. We're independent now, and we need all the support we can get, all right? Because this ain't making no money. But let me tell you, the broadcast ain't about the money. You know what it's about? It's about not only spreading capitalism and creating capitalists, but, man, providing an avenue of people to listen to some real news without any kind of leftist Democrat bias, without any of this weaponized talking head bullshit that you're going to be hearing on the damn fucking boob tube, for heaven's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me go ahead and take a look at the stock market here, all right? Let me go ahead and take a look at the stock market. Hey, look, somebody in the chat room just said, first purchased, thank you, Hawk Late Milk, for the purchase. I'll tell you what, you know what, let's give some shout-outs to peeps that are making that purchase, man. Let's give some shout-outs. They deserve it, man. I'm not even joking around. Hawk Light Milk, thank you very much, all right? Appreciate it. I mean, supporting independent media, man. I love it, man. And I love you, man. I love you, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk stocks here, okay? We've got a stock market that is going through the roof. It is earnings season. And what did I tell you, folks, about this stock market at the end of 2017, at the beginning of 2018, and beyond? I have been saying I am bullish. I am bullish on the stock market. Now, why am I bullish on the stock market, folks? Because of the tax cuts. The damn tax cuts, for Christ's sake. You know as well as I, if the company can just barely make what they made last year in earnings, the tax cuts by default will give every company better than expected earnings, baby. I mean, this is easy. This is easy, man. Anyway, this is why I kept telling you guys last week. Remember when the damn media was talking about the tariff wars?
Oh, my God. I mean, Donald Trump, he's turning our allies against us, and, you know, China is acting in retribution to the tariffs, and I don't know what to do. It's going to be a recession, and it's going to be bad, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Are you kidding me, man? I mean, I told you all that this tariff crap, this whole tariff scare, this recession talk was bullshit. I told you it was a scare tactic by these liberals. And the reason is, folks, is because, as I stated over and over and over again, as I stated, worst case scenario, these people that we are trying to renegotiate with just don't want to renegotiate with us. Well, then that's fine, because we have over $800 billion in trade deficits outgoing on an annual basis every goddamn year. So that means that $800 billion that would be going out to other countries stays right here in America. How is that a bad thing? How is that a bad thing? I mean, seriously, man. I mean, China, and this is what I was telling you about China and its retribution tariffs. I mean, what is it throwing a tariff on? It's throwing a tariff on food. I mean, it's going to starve itself. It almost has me wondering if Xi Jinping is purposely trying to instigate a famine similar to that of the Great Leap Forward of Mao Zedong. I mean, because lest we forget, folks, that Xi Jinping just made himself, I'm talking about the leader of China, he just made himself leader for life. I mean, that's very Mao-esque, to say the least. And on top of that, he's putting tariffs on American food that comes into his country to feed his goddamn people. So I'm just speculating. You might want to take a look at potential deaths as it relates to starvation and famine in China here in the next year or so, because it makes no sense on the retribution tariffs that China put on us. And not to mention, as I've stated time and time again, China has more to lose than we do. I mean, how are they going to supplement the $600 billion we give them on an annual basis in trade deficits? How are they going to supplement that? Seriously, how are they going to, recoup $600 billion out of nowhere? They can't. I mean, they're risking their whole fucking house of cards tumbling down. Now, I'm starting to believe that what Xi Jinping is doing in China is attempting to try to make it look and seem that the Americans are the ones that are starving the Chinese so that it can get them riled up and hate America because they're the ones preventing you from eating, not the Chinese government. I mean, I'm just looking at the tea leaves and I'm counting them where they land, and it looks pretty like similar to the the Great Leap Forward by Mao Zedong. The Great Leap Forward. Remember how many people died in that famine? It makes no sense, folks. And have you seen China's stock market at the same time? Have you seen its currency? The damn economy is bottoming out in China. I mean, China needs to take the fucking chopsticks out of its ass and stop being so honorable, and start understanding that this is reality and that America is no longer going to be the ass clown of the world. We're not going to be your piggy bank anymore. And no matter how much you threaten us, no matter how many goddamn ridiculous tariffs you throw on us, we're not going nowhere. Nowhere. Jesus Christ. Anyway, what's going on? BN King, Capitalist King in the house. What's going on, man? Thank you very much. We got Blasphemous Bastard in the place. What's going on? We got the Techitator. What's going on to the Techitator? These are folks that just purchased they purchased the goddamn autograph. They purchased the autograph. People in the inner circle are like, what about an inner circle discount? Are you kidding me? The last autograph that I put out was $25, okay? This one is $16, and I want to be completely honest with you, man. All right? I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like $4, almost $4 of it goes to Gab. All right? $4 almost goes to Gab. So, but I'm not bitching about it. I'm not bitching because I know Gab, it's suffering, and, you got all kinds of media bullshit attacks on it, and you got bots coming in, you got DDoS attacks going at Gab. I know the owner, Torba. He's a good guy. He's been good to me. I think I have no problem doing it. All right, so I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't do the Inner Circle discount. My apologies, IC. All right, but come on, Maine. Come on, Maine. All right, I mean, give me a break. Give me you know that fucking broad, what was her name? Chewbacca Mom. Remember Chewbacca Mom? Chewbacca Mom was charging $25 at Disneyland for her goddamn autograph. Chewbacca Mom. Fucking Chewbacca Mom. So come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all are making me feel lower than Chewbacca Mom, for Christ's sake. Chewbacca Mom charged $25. Anyway, sorry, folks. I didn't mean to get off keister here, but, you know, I've got people purchasing the autograph, and then I got people like, hey, what about the IC? What about the Inner Circle discount? Come on, man! And for those of you that are asking, and for those of you not seeing the appreciation as an option, click the link. Click the physical link on the Gab post so you can get to the Gab video section. Click the physical link. And then there'll be an appreciation button underneath, and then you just, you know, you'll have to donate the $16. $16! 4 of it's going to Gab! Come on, man! And on top of that, I'm going to give you a damn Spaten bottle cap that you people could probably get my DNA off of and clone me, for Christ's sake. Give me a break. Anyway, let me move on. And look, here's some asshole in the chat room. I'd pay $50 for Chewbacca Mom. Fuck you. Can put that asshole in the woodshed. Put his AIDS-infected ass in the woodshed. $50 for Chewbacca Mom's autograph. Anyway, listen, folks, let me get back to the damn markets here before I get off keister here. We're talking about Chewbacca Mom and all this crap. Let's go ahead and get to the stock market. Once again, bullish, bullish, bullish. Why did I say that? I said that because of the tax cuts, baby. And look, we're supposed to be going through tariff wars right there. Remember I said this on Friday. We're supposed to be going through tariff wars. You couldn't tell by the way Wall Street's reacting. And believe me, Wall Street doesn't play games with its money. Doesn't play games with its money. And as you can see, take a look at it today. Dow Jones Industrial, folks, up 320.11 points. A percentage increase of 1.31%. Closing out the Dow at 24,776.59 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. We've got the S&P. It's also up 24.35 points. A percentage increase of 0.88%. Closing out the S&P at 2,784.17 points for the S&P 500. I'm telling you, baby. Major increases, major increases. NASDAQ, we've got the NASDAQ. It is also up 67.82 points. A percentage increase of 0.88%. Closing out the NASDAQ at 7,756.20 points for the NASDAQ composite. What did I tell? I told you, baby. I told you. Bullish on the stock market. I told you, I told you, I told you. And look, for you young people out here, especially you guys that are 18 years old, 19 years old, living with mommy, I mean, even if you don't go to college, who gives a shit? You don't go to college, go out and work, okay? If your mommy and daddy are willing to fucking flip your tab and let you live in your room, go out and work, for Christ's sake, man. And what you do is you should invest. If you don't want to invest in crypto because,
I don't know crypto, it's too complicated, I just don't know,
I mean, what you should do is, at the very minimum, bear invest. You know, because there's two types of investors. There's the bull and the bear. And to be honest with you, I've been investing long enough to appreciate the bear and realize that the bull is always short-lived. Remember, it's much like a bull run. Like right now, I believe Spain is having its bull run, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct? And if it's not, my apologies. But what they do is they release these bulls, and these Spaniards, for whatever reason, run with the bulls, hoping they won't get gored. But the bulls end up goring a lot of these guys, and it ends up being a real big, funny thing. And, they run down, they just bull through everything. But what ends up happening to the bull at the end of the bull run? They get slaughtered, all right? They get the sword put into their backs. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what happens in the stock market when it comes to bulls. The market bulls, don't get me wrong, I mean, when they're on that run, they're on that run. But when it's over, I mean, they get slaughtered. I mean, they get bull soup made out of them, to say the least. And the bear, on the other hand, they're not too... I mean, they'll occasionally delve into some of these bull type of investments, but for the most part, they're like Warren Buffett. Long-term investment reigns supreme. That's what I keep telling you guys about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, who is now the fourth richest man in the world, he was just overtaken by Mark Zuckerberg. But Warren Buffett made his money purely on stock investing. And his strategy was, first of all, when everybody's leaving the market, that's when you go into the market. And second thing he did was hold on to stocks for 10 years or more. He held on to stocks 10 years or more, and that's why he's one of the richest men in the world, man. All right? Now, I want to be honest with you, folks. We are about to hear the president's new pick for the Supreme Court. So I, at any point, will be breaking off from the financial talk to discuss the President of the United States announcing his pick for the Supreme Court of the United States. So this is going to be very exciting. Can you taste the liberal tears right now? Hey, liberals, your tears taste so delicious. I like it. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm telling you, I know the liberal tears are just coming down, man. Oh, those liberal tears, man.
Roe v. Wade, LGBTQ, it's all over. It's all over. Shut up.
Anyway, what's going on to Spark Synapse, who just purchased an autograph? Thank you very much, my friend. Man Bear Pig Joe, thank you very much, my friend, for purchasing an autograph. Thank you very much, Jingo Bert, who always keeps up with QAnon. What's going on? Thank you very much, my man. Mule Dog Gaming, thank you very much for purchasing one. As a matter of fact, I don't think Mule Dog Gaming is a part of the True Capitalist Radio chat room. This is just a fan that just listens to the broadcast. Thank you very much, my man. Telling you, I'm excited. I'm excited for this pick. And I can't wait for the liberal tears. I'm telling you that right now. I can't wait for the liberal tears. Thank you, folks, for purchasing that autograph, man. Like I said, aside from supporting the show, you're also supporting the independent social media Gab, which I have no problem doing whatsoever. Now that we've gotten the stocks out of the way, let's go ahead and look at commodities, folks. Let's take a look. We are seeing an increase in oil. It is leveled out today, but I wonder what the hell Trump is going to do in this sit-down with Russia here later on this week. Because really, I think, aside from Syria, aside from Crimea, aside from these international relation disputes, I think that there's going to be a deal made. At least I hope. Mr. Art of the Deal, the President, Trump, I hope that he gets some kind of capitulation in oil sales from the Russians to offset the influence of OPEC, etc. There's a lot of things that need to be negotiated, but we need to bring down the cost. We need to bring down the cost of this oil price, to say the least, because all the economic productivity, the raises in wages, and the more money in people's pockets could be offset if we have to pay higher prices at that pump. And remember, it's not just us paying for our own gas. It's the goods that are, taken from the manufacturer to the distributor to the retailer. It's that traveling, the delivery of products. The cost of fuel is going to be rolled over onto the consumer. So even though we are seeing a value in the dollar go up, You're not going to see it because it's mostly going to go into the high energy costs. So, very interesting what we're going to see here. Let's hope that the president, hopefully he can play Putin like a fiddle. Maybe not. Who knows? Not to mention, hey, Saudi Arabia, you're supposed to be our allies, right? How about increasing production to lower the cost of these barrels of oil, to say the least? All right, buddy? Huh? A little something for the effort? Huh? Come on, Saudi! Anyway, WTI sweet crude, which is the crude oil consumed by America, it is up 20 cents, a percentage increase of 0.27%. Current price for WTI sweet crude is $74.05 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude. It is also up 27 cents, a percentage increase of 0.35%. Current price for Brent crude oil is $78.34 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Gasoline is up 0.26%. Natural gas is up 0.14%. Heating oil is up 0.27%. Heating oil is up 0.27%. Very interesting. We're seeing a lot of increases, isn't it? Let's go ahead and take a look at the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's look at the goddamn metals. We've got gold down today, 70 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.06%, closing out gold at $1,258.90 per troy ounce of gold. Silver is up modestly today. It is up 2 cents, a percentage increase of 0.10%, closing out silver at $16.16 per troy ounce of silver. We've got copper up today, 0.93%. We've got platinum up today, 0.11%. Let's go ahead and get to the agriculture. All right. Here we go. We've got grains. All right. Corn is down 0.28%. Wheat is down 0.64%. Oats is down 0.72%. Rough rice is down 0.04%. Soybean, which is supposed to be tariffed, is up 0.26%. Soybean oil is up 0.27%, and canola is down 0.96%. Let's get to the softs, shall we? Let's get to the softs. Cocoa, the base for chocolate, is down 0.89%. Coffee is up. It is up. It's been up, for Christ's sake. Hope y'all are going to appreciate paying more for coffee for some reason. It is up 0.83% increase on the day. Sugar is down 0.96%. Orange juice is up 0.24%. Cotton, good God, cotton is up 1.21%. Why the hell is cotton up so much, man? I mean, it's hot out here. There ain't nobody out here buying any kind of long johns. What the hell's cotton up there so much for Christ's sake? Anyway, we got lumber. Lumber is down 1.54% decrease. Good God for lumber. Rubber is up 0.06%, and ethanol is down 0.42%. Apparently, we've got the president on. Can somebody give me a link in the True Capitalist Radio chat room where the president is on here? The president is live. Let me get to the last of the livestock here. Live cattle is down 0.24%. We've got cattle feeder down 0.49%, and lean hog, wow. Lean hog is down 4.14% increase, for Christ's sake, man. Good God. A 4.14% decrease for lean hogs. It seems like the lean hogs are, obviously being affected by the Chinese, by the Chinese, what do we call it, tariffs? Didn't they throw tariffs on some lean hog, for Christ's sake? Anyway, let me go ahead and let me drink some. I'm drinking some soda, folks. Believe it or not, I'm not trying to give up drinking. I'm just trying to take a little break out here. Believe it or not, all right. Believe it or not, I'm actually out here 6 days sober, baby. 6 days without a drink. Now, I'm not trying to say that I deserve like one of those fucking Alcohol Anonymous medals or anything of that nature, but I mean, you gotta take a little bit of a break, gotta clean yourself out a little bit, especially yours truly over here, man. I'm out here with all kinds of ulcers and, all kinds of crap, man. You know what I mean? So I gotta take care of my insides. Anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to go right to Donald Trump, who is about to announce his Supreme Court justice here. Let's go ahead and turn it up.
That president happened to be Ronald Reagan.
Big to-do here. Look at that. Look at the president. He's rubbing it in the face of these fucking liberals. He's rubbing it in the face. There he is. That's my president.
For everyone, thank you for everything you've done.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of the picks I did not, the least one I wanted, to be honest with you, as a part of the Supreme Court. I'm going to talk about this in a minute here. Pro-Bush guy agreed with Roberts on the health care situation with Obamacare being a tax. I think this is the more, I guess, Democrat favorite. Remember, you're going to have a lot of obstructionists. So it's a very interesting pick here. I'm going to be honest. I'm sure you are. Lifetime position. Not to mention, this is a very young guy here. Very young guy to be on the Supreme Court. Oh, my God, this guy is pandering to the left. Like, please allow my nomination to go through. Good God. Pick up your mouth.
United by a commitment to...
All right, I've had enough of this. Get this guy. Get him off. I've had enough of this guy. Good God. Jesus Christ. I haven't heard so much liberal pandering in like fucking months. I mean, good God. Look, I get it, Kavanaugh. You want to be a part of the damn Supreme Court. You got to pander to these damn liberals and these Democrats so that they can approve you and so on and so forth. But good God, man. I mean, I get it. You're a good guy. You come from this. You come from that. I get it. Oh, man. Now, look. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not saying I hate this pick. Somebody in the chat room said that he's like the backup quarterback, not necessarily the quarterback. And I can agree with that statement because, this is not necessarily the pick that I would have chosen, but it's obvious that these Democrats are just obstructionists, and they had to put in somebody that looked like they came from a well-rounded background. Mother was a teacher and taught in inner cities and all this other nonsense, so that they cannot be an obstructionist as it pertains to this man's nomination to the court. And you can tell that's what that speech was all about. That's what this nomination's all about. And I hope that he doesn't rule in some of the favors that he has ruled in the past. One of the rulings that I'm not necessarily in favor of with Kavanaugh was agreeing with Chief Justice Roberts in defining Obamacare as a tax and legalizing it because of that legalese fact. I disagreed with that. There should have been no mandate for national health insurance for every human being in the United States. That was nothing more than a monopoly over our health by the health insurance companies. But with that being said, though, he does believe that the president is somewhat exempt from law. So, I mean, that's a little bit of that's a little bit of something to appreciate, just in case a lot of you people that were out there campaigning, that were a part of the Trump train in 2016, get lazy and don't go out and vote and don't participate in the meme war and don't do what all of us are doing right now in 2018 to try to get the message out that if you vote for Democrats, that you are anti-American scum, that you are promoting the chaos, that you're promoting the violence, that you're promoting the confrontation. That's what Democrats are doing right now. And we've got to distance ourselves from that capacity, that ridiculousness, I should say. Anyway, once again, Brett Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court justice picked by the President Donald Trump. We just got finished with the market hour, to say the least. He was an altar boy, and he went to a Jesuit school, which is not something I'm very... Look, I don't want to get into all that esoteric, spiritual realm type of conversation, because once I start going into that conversation, people don't want to believe it. They don't want to believe that the Catholic Church is at the bottom of everything that's evil out here. They don't want to believe it. They want to pretend that the Pope is this holy man with a pointy hat that throws smoke and water on you and, provides some kind of holiness on you. Whatever. But very interesting, to say the least. Anyway, I can see the salt right now on different forum posts, Reddit, 4chan. I'm looking at them all right here. They're all pissed. All the liberals are still they're pickle ricking right now. They're pickle ricking right now because they can't believe that, first of all, we're in power. I'm talking about the right wing of the political spectrum is in power, and we get to choose our goddamn Supreme Court justice, boy. Anyway, we've got a couple of more people that have purchased the autograph. Thank you very much for these guys, man. Let me give Metaform and C for AR, man. Thank you guys once again. I mean, this is who's purchased an autograph. Hawklight Milk, Capitalist King, Blasphemous Bastard, Techitator, Spark Synapse, Man Bear Pig Joe, Jingo Bert, Mule Dog Gaming, C for AR, Metaform. And once again, if you want to get some True Capitalist Radio merch right now that yours truly is selling, go to my Gab right now. Go to my Gab and click the video link in the first post and figure out and find out how to get yours truly an autograph. And by the way, not only do I give you an autograph with this, I give you a genuine relic, man, of my drinking habit, an authentic Spaten bottle cap that I actually popped off. I don't know, man. Can y'all get DNA from that crap? I hope not. Jesus Christ. Some of you people are that sick, man. Some of you people are that sick. But anyway, check out my Gab. Check out the first post. If you happen to, purchase one, I'll give you a shout-out right now, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. And as I stated, aside from supporting the show, you'll be also supporting Gab, which is an independent social media outfit, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the crux of the broadcast because we're running out of time on this Monday. Once again, the President of the United States has announced his pick for the Supreme Court. It is Brett Kavanaugh. And we are seeing a lot of salt right now in the Reddits and the 4chans and the 8chans and all these liberal political outlets. Not to say those are liberal political outlets, but liberals do hang out there. And as a result, people are still pissed. They're thinking that, Roe v. Wade is gone and LGBTQ is over. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Look, I want to be honest with you. Listen, I have nothing against how people want to bang whenever they get a little loaded and they're at a club or whatever. They come home, they got a couple of chicks or one chick, one dude, whatever. I don't care, okay? I don't care. But once you start defining your whole existence on how you like to fuck, and claiming that in some capacity, how you like to fuck in some capacity defines you as a human being, that's where there's a problem. Now, I'm going to be honest with you folks, I watch the Logo Network, and it's not because I like the fucking programming of the gay network, okay? All the damn syndication of the shows I used to watch, like Three's Company, man, they have like a block of like 3 hours of Three's Company. I love it, man. Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. He's been waiting for you. We've been waiting. I love it. And also they have Married with Children. They got another block of that. That's why I watch Logo. Now, unfortunately, because I'm watching Jack Tripper and Al Bundy on Logo, I am subjected to their goddamn advertisement. Okay? Now, one thing that I see here recently is this advertisement about gay athletes, Do you remember that? Gay athlete? I don't remember that. I don't know. Let me explain. It intros with a bunch of gay old men saying, we were just athletes and we were gay and we just wanted to be in a sport where we were accepted. And then they cut to like B-roll footage of, I don't know, swimmers diving in a pool and all this other crap. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. Who gives a shit if you're gay? And not to mention, what is being gay and being an athlete have anything to do with the two? Anyway, they promoted that, yeah, we just were gay, and, I was just, in the sports, and I just wanted to have a sport where I could be gay. What the fuck does that mean? You can have a sport where you can be gay. You know what this means? They wanted to be in a locker room where they can have daisy-chain fucking orgies with each other. That's what it is. And guess what culminated from this? Guess what they were advertising? The gay games. I didn't even realize this was a thing. The gay games? Like the gay Olympics? I'm not joking. This is what was advertised on the logo channel. Why do we need the gay Olympics? I mean, if you're an athlete and you're a competitor, shouldn't you just be a competitor in general? I mean, can you explain to me why we need the gay games other than the fact that these people want to fag off in a goddamn locker room? I'm sorry. I'm not joking. That's what they're doing. They're chewing each other's asses in the fucking locker room, for Christ's sake. Why else would you need a gay games? Why else would you need a gay fucking games? And on top of which, I'm sorry, I gotta tell y'all what I see on this fucking logo network, because it's unbelievable. You want to talk about fake news and rewriting history? They're doing that in the commercials of the logo network, okay? You've got that one black tranny and that's a disgusting looking black tranny, but Laverne Cox. How conveniently she chose the last name Cox as her tranny name. But Laverne Cox, all right? Laverne Cox comes on and narrates that, oh yes, did you know that Da Vinci was homosexual? And that Da Vinci actually made the Mona Lisa after his gay lover? They are completely rewriting history. I mean, and you know what? So what if some of these people in history went a little bit sexual taboo? What the fuck does that mean? Can somebody explain this to me? Okay, great. You like to take it up the fucking Hershey squirts. Okay, great. Who gives a shit? How does that make you a better person? How does that make you a powerful person? How does this make you historical? Why should this be a protected class? I'm just asking. I'm just asking a fucking question, man. And on top of that, another commercial that I saw on Logo, this goddamn medication, Truvada. If you're not familiar with it, it's supposed to be a medication that they're just giving out to gay people. It doesn't matter if you have anything or you just take it. You're gay, you take it. It's called PrEP. It's part of a PrEP program. And in the commercial, every gay that is talking, like it starts off, "Hi, I use condoms, but I want to do more. So my doctor prescribed me Truvada." And what the hell? What are you talking about? You want to do more. And apparently, folks, Truvada is this drug in which you pop it every single day, and apparently you can have unprotected sex as much as you want because the pill is supposed to, like, I don't know, kill the bad semen that, attempts to pause your neg hole. I'm not joking, folks. These are actual commercials on the Logo Network. And what is it with you homosexuals and not using condoms, man? I mean, what kind of pride do you have in yourself? Do you have in your community? For whatever reason, you people just want to continuously have bareback, risky, AIDS-infected sex. Can you explain that one to me? Huh? Can you explain that? I'm just saying, man. I'm just talking out of mere observation, for Christ's sake. I mean, people need to ask these fucking questions, man. People need to ask these fucking questions. Oh, my God. Look, I'm sorry, man. Listen, I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little upset that they have created a whole, community of people, and they think that they're somewhat special because they take it in the ass or they like to dive on muffs. I mean, isn't that something wrong with this picture? I mean, I'm not joking around. That's what LGBTQ is. Let's just fucking be honest. It's how you like to fuck. Nothing more, nothing less. It's because you like to take it up the pooper because you like your prostate massage with big man meat, or you like to go down on the pink taco. You're a muff diver, okay? Why do we need to know that? Why does that have to be the first thing that you want everybody to identify you as? I mean, that's perversion. That's perversion. I don't care if it's gay or straight. It's fucking perversion, for Christ's sake, you sick, twisted freaks. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off on that soliloquy, but you know what? I mean, so what if you goddamn leftists are fucking scared that Roe v. Wade is going to be, reversed and the LGBTQ rights are going to be... you know what? You should have thought about this while you were pausing each other's neg holes. You should have thought about this when you were out there supporting some stupid, dumb, idiot candidate in Hillary Clinton, which looks so goddamn disingenuous, she couldn't even fool people to go out to the polls for her, for Christ's sake. She couldn't even bribe people to go out and view her damn two-bit speeches. You all chose that as your candidate, and you all lost, so deal with it, you stupid, petulant leftist children! Deal with it, you fucking morons! Anyway, what's going on to the God of Rage? He just purchased a autograph, man. What's going on to the God of Rage? Thank you very much, my man. Anyway, I'm just giving shout-outs to everybody who purchases a autograph. Thank you guys very much. Let's continue going, for Christ's sake. Let's talk a little bit more about the president. But before we do, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like to remind everybody to please spread this show link around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And it's as simple as this. Type this in your browser right now and bookmark it and add it to your favorites. Here's the website, ghost.report. All right, ghost.report. It's as simple as that, baby. That's the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. That's just the way it is, all right? Ghost.report. And by the way, if you have not done so, please follow me on Gab. If you don't have yourself a goddamn free Gab account, well, get one! It's the last bastion of freedom of speech and social media today, and you can follow me on there under the name Politics Ghost, all right? All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost is the name to follow, okay? And by the way, folks, yours truly is selling the autograph, the 2018 autograph, folks. All right? I know, man, 2016, 2018, baby. How time flies. Damn. Anyway, if you want the autograph 2018, it has the 2018 avatar of yours truly with my official autograph. I autograph each and every one of them. Below it, you will see "Give me capitalism or give me death." On the back of it, you will see True Capitalist Radio at Ghost.report with the microphone. And by the way, folks, I mean, the best part about it, you get an authentic bottle cap that yours truly has popped off. You've heard me pop off them bottle caps, baby. You understand? Nothing but badass German lager spotting, and each and every one of you are going to get one of those. And look, I will not run out, okay? I will not run out because I have like over 1,000 of these. I'm telling you, I drank every day from about 2009, 2010. Let's make it 2010. Every day from 2010, okay, to about now. I mean, now we're about 6 days sober, 6 days no drink, and I'm not going to stop drinking. I'm just, giving myself a little bit of a break. So don't think that I'm out and that I'm on the wagon or anything. I'm just, come on, man. I'm just trying to show everybody that yours truly is not an alcoholic. I'm a connoisseur. If I was an alcoholic, I wouldn't be able to go 6 days and without being like, God damn it, I need a beer, I need a drink, I need a fucking drink. And for the people that are saying, I want the autograph but no appreciation button, click the link, okay? Click the actual video link. gab.ai/tv/watch/18436. Okay? Just click that link, and when you go to the actual video, you will see the appreciation button under the video. So click the actual video. Thank you for your inquiry, by the way. Anyway, now that we got that all out of the way, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some things here. By the way, Stagio, man, just hooked it up with the autograph. Thank you very much, Stagio, man. Kicking some ass out here with the True Capitalist Radio chat room. It's all True Capitalist Radio chat room. There's a couple of Inner Circle. 1, 2, 3, 4 Inner Circle members. 5 Inner Circle members. True Capitalist Radio chat room in the house, baby. And I will be in the True Capitalist Radio chat room, by the way, after this broadcast. I'm just going to take about 10 or 15 minutes so I can, upload this broadcast to the stream, upload this broadcast to the archive, and then I will be in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. If you want to join us, it's as simple as go into my Gab account right now. Jesus Christ, I brain farted there for a second. Go into my Gab account right now, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, and hit the subscribe button for premium content, baby, all right? Hit the subscribe button for premium content, and once you do, then private message me on Gab and let me know your Discord chat name, and I will give you a private invitation to the True Capitalist Radio chat room. Now that we got that all out of the way, let's talk a little bit more about the president. The president leaves tomorrow for a 7-day trip. First place he's going, the NATO headquarters in Brussels. Oh, man, I remember the last time he was there, he was kind of pushing people out of the way. Like, get out of my way. It's the big dick president coming through. Get out of the way, you small Euro cucks. All right? Big cock coming through. You damn Euro cucks got nothing but wee-wees. Get out! Get out! And the reason that he's going to go out there and, slap these NATO Euro cucks around is because they need to start paying their end of the NATO deal. I mean, here the United States is paying 4% of our GDP to NATO, and what are these Euro cucks doing with it? They're making an over $2 billion investment into their headquarters. They're making these investments into ridiculous infrastructure that is meaningless other than just to make themselves look more pompous. I mean, like I said, y'all remember the last time Trump was out there at NATO? Not only was he, muscling people around, they thought that they were going to impress Trump by showing the stupid NATO headquarters. And instead, do y'all remember him chastising those NATO leaders right in front of them, for Christ's sake? That was beautiful! If you all don't remember that, man, that's on YouTube. It'll be funny as hell. I mean, I remember it like it was yesterday. I mean, he was just chastising these NATO members for not paying their fair share, for blowing our cash. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And all the president wants is for these people, a part of the NATO alliance, to pay their fair share. I mean, folks, this is Europe. This is fucking Europe. This has nothing to do with America. We're blowing 4% of our GDP to protect Europe. And to be honest with you, folks, the United States is not too crazy about helping Europe at this point in time, now that the Europeans are trying to sit here and act like we farted on their Sunday dress because the United States wants to renegotiate our trade deal. Because we want to renegotiate this imbalanced trade deal, we got these Euro cucks treating us like we just farted on their best suit because they don't want to renegotiate the trade deal. And why not? Because they're the ones getting all the repercussions. We, the United States, have been the piggy bank of all these goddamn countries for too long. And thank God we got a president that understands this. Thank God that we have a president that wants to rectify this. Thank God I'm alive to see this happen. And I'm not even joking around. I'm not even joking around. I never thought I'd ever see this. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Anyway, once again, POTUS leaves tomorrow for a 7-day trip. First place he's going to go to, NATO. Second place he's going to is the UK. I mean, I want to be honest with you. The UK has done so much disrespect to our president. I think he should just completely skip the trip. I think he should completely skip the fucking trip, if you want my personal opinion right now. And the reason I'm saying this is because for whatever reason, the UK, even though they voted Brexit, and we're going to talk about that if we have any more time, even though they voted Brexit, it seems as if since they voted Brexit, the whole country has gotten more and more totalitarian, more and more whacked out leftist, and that's just the way it seems that it's going to be. I am assuming. I mean, they're allowing some Muslim mayor in London to run roughshod, trying to claim, and I guess the people are going to accept this. I guess this is what Londoners are going to accept, that Islamic terrorism is part and parcel with living in the big city. That's what Sadiq Khan, the mayor of goddamn London, said, and what are these people in London doing? They're just like, oh, you know, well, he's right. You know, old Sadiq Khan, you know, terrorism is part and parcel with living in the big city. Yes, it is. Yes, I agree with him. The president should just avoid the UK altogether. And you know what I've heard? That the UK have told the administration not to meet publicly with Nigel Farage while the president is in the UK. Can you believe this shit? Can you believe it? They're trying to dictate to our president that he not visit publicly with Nigel Farage. Some allies, I'm telling you, some goddamn allies these people are. I don't know what the hell to talk about. But once again, this is another stop on the trip, 7-day trip from the president. After visiting NATO and after visiting the UK, he's going to take the weekend off in Scotland at his one of his resorts, and he's going to play some golf, you know, to kind of unwind. You know what I'm saying? He's going to play a weekend golf session out there in Scotland to unwind, and then he's going to end the trip, the 7-day trip, with the Trump-Putin summit in Russia, which will be very, very interesting to say the least. It'll be interesting to see what Trump can get out of Putin. I'm going to be honest with you, folks. The reason I don't like Russia is because these people, with all due respect, if you happen to be Russian, you brought in serfdom. Serfdom is below slavery. And not to mention, y'all accepted serfdom for centuries until finally, you know, somebody decided to raise up and, you know, eliminate the monarch. But with that being said, folks, the reason is because right after the monarchs were overthrown, what did they accept? They accepted a totalitarian communist state that was even worse. That was even worse on a social, political, and economic front than the czars. And they've accepted that, and they just, I mean, all those people are like, okay, well, this is what we're supposed to do. I guess we're supposed to take this. Anyway, another reason why I don't like him is because Putin. This guy is so shrewd. And he's manipulated the entire world into believing that he's somehow a Russian nationalist. Folks, he has been hobnobbing with everybody. You know, I was actually posting a bunch of videos with Vladimir Putin from the early 2000s. You know, he met with Queen Elizabeth. He actually had dinner with Queen Elizabeth. and actually read a speech kissing her ass in English. But no, he's a Russian nationalist. Yeah, he's a Russian nationalist. I can't believe you alt-right white nationalists like Putin, for Christ's sake. He's playing you morons like a fiddle. Playing you all like a fiddle, man. Good God. But let's see what culminates between the meeting between the president and Putin, because that's going to be very interesting, to say the least. I mean, those are two shrewd gentlemen. I would love to be a fly on the wall in that particular exchange. It's going to be interesting, man. Battle of the hardcore titans, and hopefully the president can do something with the art of the deal. You know, hopefully the president can do something with the art of the deal. And by the way, I'm looking on my chat room right now, in the True Capitalist Radio chat room. Are you kidding me? I mean, look at how the left is overreacting to the Kavanaugh pick to the Supreme Court. Right now, there is a protest right now in New York City. People are laying on the streets. I'm looking at signs all over the place. Reclaim the Supreme Court. Reaffirm LGBTQ rights. Affirm human immigration. I'm looking at all this right now. Look at this crap. Look at the salt. Look at the salt. Oh my God! Look at here's some. I'm just reading random comments. This is off of Reddit. How will Kavanaugh rule on affirmative action? Somebody came out and answered it and said, Mom became a prosecutor after teaching majority of black schools. Think about that for a second. Affirmative action is fucked. This is the salt. Look at the salt of these people. Look at them. Look at, where is this? Who's this? This is the source. What is this? I don't even know where they got this, but apparently they're judging how Kavanaugh compares to the other Supreme Court justice, and they got him to the right of Clarence Thomas, for fuck's sake. I mean, come on! Give me a break! I mean, do you understand how lunatic these liberals are, for Christ's sake? I mean, I'm not even heel-kicking that he's going to be that goddamn hardcore right-wing on the bench. He agreed with Justice Roberts in the Obamacare tax, man. I mean, you know, he favored the ruling by Justice Roberts. But, man, look at these liberals, man. Look at these liberals. I mean, these leftists are going nuts. They're out there protesting. Look at that. Rent-a-mob. Rent-a-mob is already out there. They got signs, Stop Kavanaugh, that are already fucking printed out. Where the hell did they get those? Those look like well-made signs. How the hell did they get those? Oh, good God. Anyway, this is actually a pretty good prelude, because I actually wanted to talk about how the Democrats are continuing to cause chaos to destroy the country. And, I mean, as you can see with this staged event, I mean, all of a sudden there's miraculous uprisings and miraculous protests against Kavanaugh all of a sudden. I mean, what the hell is this about? I mean, folks, y'all heard me when I heard Kavanaugh was the Supreme Court justice pick. I wasn't out here heel kicking, all right? I mean, if I would have known that, you know, he was going to cause this much liberal fucking butthurt, I would have celebrated a little more. But I do not think Kavanaugh is this right wing. I mean, I think he's on the right of the political persuasion, but to say that he's like to the right of Clarence Thomas, I mean, get the hell out of here, man. Get out of here. Jesus Christ, man. And let me tell you, it just underscores the type of chaos the Democrats are wanting to cause in this country right now. I mean, remember, anyone who's pro-Trump or you work for Trump are being violently harassed. They're being violently confronted. I mean, just here recently, remember the kid out here in San Hambonio that got his MAGA hat stripped from him and then he had some ice thrown in his face? You know that this son of a bitch that ripped off the MAGA hat tried to claim that these little 16-year-old pipsqueaks were actually trying to say racial slurs to the so-called, what's his name, Chemo Jimenez, I can tell you firsthand that that's a bunch of crap. This goddamn city in San Antonio, Texas is like 85% Mexican, for Christ's sake, man. All right? I mean, in some parts of the city, it looks like fucking Mexico out here. I'm not even kidding. It looks like a fucking Mexico City market, open-air market and shit. I'm not even kidding. So, I'm going to be completely honest with you. There are not that many white supremacist, white nationalists that are going to go out and have any kind of racial slur because there's like 85% minorities out here. I mean, you're outnumbered, you know what I mean? So why would some 16-year-old brat kids decide that they were going to use that as an opportunity to say racial slurs to this? It's just complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. And I'm glad that the president, in response to this story, actually sent the kid who got his MAGA hat snagged from him and, a drink thrown in his face. He actually had a signed MAGA hat sent to him by the president. A signed MAGA hat sent to him by the president. What a lucky kid. But that's not all, folks. Did you hear what happened to Stephen Bannon at some bookstore? They had to call the cops because, of course, just like Maxine Waters told all these lunatics on the left, violently confront anybody who's pro-Trump or works for Trump, and that's what's happening. All right? I mean, Stephen Bannon violently confronted at a bookstore. I mean, Stephen Miller. Did you hear about Stephen Miller? He threw away like $80 worth of sushi that wasn't comped. $80 worth of sushi because the damn bartender where he was at flicked him off, and he was kind of worried that he may have had some bad sushi to say the least, so he threw it away. I mean, you got Kellyanne Conway being harassed. I mean, this is out of the question. I cannot believe this. I mean, you got the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, being harassed in his own hometown, in his own home state, in his district. I mean, this is liberal lunacy. This has got to stop. This is irrational activity, for Christ's sake. And let me tell you, you damn leftists, if you continue this irrational activity and you want a reaction, you're going to get yourself one, and it ain't going to be the one that you like. I guarantee you, it ain't going to be the one that you like. But keep on trying to cause chaos out there, okay? Because that's what you're doing. You would rather see this country go into complete chaos than to actually see the prosperity of America. Because, folks, look at the stock market. Look at the economic productivity. Look at the jobs. There are more jobs available than there are Americans looking for jobs, for Christ's sake. But, of course, the Democrats don't want to see that. They don't want to see you prosperous. They want to see you dependent. Because isn't that what they tried to do to each and every one of you back during Obama's tenure? They wanted you dependent on the government. They want you collecting welfare. They want you unemployed. They want to be completely in control of your life. That's why they want so many people dependent on the government, because when you're dependent on the government, you have no decision over your life. You have no decision over your health. You have no decision over your existence. They do, because they are the ones supporting you. You are not supporting yourself. Like I've always said, you don't get a living. You earn a living. And if you don't want to earn a living, then you get what you get. And you can't bitch and moan. Like now, you've got people bitching and moaning because the food card program is now going to transition into something in which people are going to be delivered food boxes. Now, if you're truly, truly hungry, you would accept any kind of goddamn free food, even if it comes in a food box at your goddamn doorstep. But they're not happy about it, because most of these sons of bitches didn't even spend this goddamn food card money on food! And I told you this day was coming, folks. I told you during Obama that this day was coming. I told you. And by the way, I want to give some more shout-outs to folks that are purchasing the Ghost autograph 2018. And by the way, you get yourself the bottle cap, man. Spot and bottle cap. I want to say to MBJS, thank you very much, man, MBJS. Holden Capitalist, thank you very much, my man. And Jupiter9099, thank you very much for purchasing the True Capitalist Radio Ghost autograph, man. All right. Now, like I said, not only are you supporting the show, you're also supporting Gab. What is this? Hold on. Is Bernie at one of these fucking protests for the Brett Kavanaugh Supreme Court justice pick? Is that Bernie Sanders for Jesus Christ? Oh, that's all we need right now. That's all we need. Bernie Sanders, right? Hey, I'm Bernie Sanders, and I'm here to tell all of you that this Supreme Court pick is not good. It's a tragedy, and that's why each and every one of you need to go out there and donate to my campaign so I can continue to go and run as a socialist. And what I'm going to do when you donate to my campaign is I'm going to give you free health care, I'm going to give you a free food card, I'm going to give you free everything, but all I need you to do is go into your college debt account with whatever last monies you got in there and go and give it to me in my campaign or revolution. And once you do that, I want you to come on over here and take your underwears off. That's right. Hey, don't worry about the pants tent, all right? Don't worry about the pants tent. Come on over here and sit on my apple. Come on over here. Don't worry. Come over here, sit on my apple, and keep contributing. Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah. Keep contributing. There you go. Uncle Bernie, come to the protest. That's right. Keep contributing. That's right. Keep contributing. Yeah, you're a socialist now, huh? You're a socialist. And I'm going to give you an apple that you'll never forget. Yeah, I'm going to give you the old Bernie Sanders special, huh? Yeah, you like that, don't you? Huh? You love Uncle Bernie. Huh? Yeah, you love Uncle Bernie. Come on over here. Come on. Yeah, that's right. Keep coming on. Keep on, sit on my apple. Come on, keep contributing. Come on. Oh yeah, come on. Keep contributing. You're a socialist now. Come over here. You're a socialist. Keep going. Keep contributing. Oh my God, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch Uncle Bernie. Oh my God, did you feel the boing? Did you feel that boing? Oh my God, you chipped my apple. You chip Uncle Bernie's apple. All right, now what I want you to do is I want you to clean yourself up and don't tell anybody I told you to take your underwears off, all right? And keep contributing. That's what Bernie Sanders does to all of you stupid morons that follow this fucking 78-year-old prostate-infected socialist bastard. That's what he does. And you all fall for it like a bunch of idiots. You all fall for it like a bunch of morons, for Christ's sake, man. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I have no idea. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. I don't even want to know. Jesus Christ. Bernie Sanders is out there protesting, for Christ's sake. Can you go drink your Ovaltine and go watch old episodes of fucking Matlock and shut up, Bernie? Shut up! This asshole's first job happened when Bernie Sanders was 41 years old. And guess what Bernie Sanders' first job was? Signing people on welfare. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. I mean, that just makes me pissed off. I mean, just seeing Bernie Sanders and him out there in these protests thinking that he's some kind of a socialist leader or something, it just makes me sick, man. It just makes me sick to my stomach. I can't believe people fall for this garbage. Anyway, aside from Democrats wanting to see the country to go into chaos, aside from leftists and Democrats going up to Trump supporters and people who are pro-Trump or work for Trump in violent capacities, have you seen these leftists protesting in front of ICE headquarters all over the country? Have you seen this? Oh, good God. And aside from them protesting, I mean, it seems like Occupy, isn't it?
We're going to occupy the ICE headquarters, guys. That's what we're going to do.
And that's what they've been doing for the past several days. Luckily, they've been arresting a mass amount of these leftist lunatics. But during these protests at ICE headquarters, you're starting to hear chants like, fuck the cops, kill piggies. I'm not joking. I mean, what kind of a protest is that when you're calling for those that are maintaining civil order to be killed? I mean, how does this make sense? If you are a Democrat, can you explain to me how this radicalism, this disgusting radicalism, is making any kind of sense? America is still here, leftists. Okay? There is economic prosperity for everybody. People are happy with the pay raises that they're getting. People are happy with the economic opportunity that they're getting. America, you still have the right to freedom of speech. And don't you dumbass leftists realize this? Don't you liberals realize that this is the only country where you can act like a petulant, idiotic fool like you people are doing? Going and protesting in front of ICE headquarters, going out and protesting because, oh my God, Brett Kavanaugh is the Supreme Court justice pick.
We got to have a mass protest.
These are obviously paid protests, folks. All right, I mean, give me a fucking break. Jesus Christ, what a joke, man. What a joke. You know what? We got about 30 minutes left. I'm so fucking jaded because of these damn leftists. Let's go ahead and let's read the Drudge Report, okay? Let's go ahead and read some lines off the Drudge Report. If you want to follow along, go ahead and go to drudgereport.com. I'm going to be reading some of these headlines. We're going to go over some of the news that's going on out here. Now, before the big headline on Drudge, you've got a couple of lines up top here. It says, President's court pick to cement conservative majority. Kavanaugh, judges must interpret, not make law, which is a very good statement. Long D.C. history gives Senate much to review. Unfortunately, he does have a very extensive legal history that many of these goddamn leftists and these people that are going to try to find a reason not to vote in favor of this man being a justice, they're going to have a lot to read. And ABC apparently blast controversial, quote, nominee before it's even announced. Controversial, you know, this is the only time in American history where the Federalist Society is now considered an extremist group. I mean, I've never heard of such a thing. The Federalist Society. Oh, God. Anyway, the top headline, Justice Brett. All right, he's there being sworn in, obviously. You know, he is the new justice. Well, he obviously has to get the approval of Congress, but we shall see how that goes. Remember, they're going to throw the nuclear option out there in the Senate, thanks to old Harry Scary Reid, who used it. They just need a 51-vote majority to just kind of go ahead and bypass all the other Senate procedures and put Kavanaugh right in. So you've got about 6 or 7 Democrats, believe it or not, that probably have to vote in favor of Kavanaugh, because many of these Democrats, even though they're in office, they're running for re-election, and many of their districts, Trump won in some cases as high as 20 points. So these people are Democrats in red districts, and they have to vote accordingly. They can't be these leftist radicals, or they run the risk of being unelected. So this is going to be very interesting. I do predict that some Democrats will cross the aisle and vote for Kavanaugh. Anyway, let's continue going here. Let's take a look at some of these headlines. Johnny Depp accused of punching film crew member in a new lawsuit. Well, good luck getting anything out of him. I mean, Johnny Depp is, isn't he bankrupt? This son of a bitch made like $500 million in his fucking career, and he's bankrupt. What an idiot. That just goes to show you, man. I mean, it doesn't matter how rich you are, folks. You always have to maintain your money. Because remember, the whole reason why you see such opulence and decadence in Hollywood is because these people are living paycheck to paycheck on a higher scale. So, like, let's say Johnny Depp, this guy makes, $20 million a movie, $25 million a movie. He is making that $25 million to suffice his lifestyle, which probably encompasses a lot of homes in different countries and maids and butlers and all this outgoing expense aside from any kind of bad habits he has and traveling, etc. I'm telling you this right now, man. I'm telling you this right now. It doesn't matter how rich you are, you can never, ever make enough money to suffice a lifestyle that you can't afford to live indefinitely. All right? So instead of Johnny Depp, we should call him Johnny Debt. Johnny Debt. Johnny Debt. All right, let's take a look at the next headline. Inside Chinese government startup developing AI that recognizes anyone, anywhere. Oh, that's reassuring, isn't it? Let me go ahead and take a look at this. This is out of the Business Insider. The name of the article is Inside the Creepy and Impressive Startup Funded by the Chinese Government that is Developing AI that can recognize anyone, anywhere. This is written by Harrison Jacobs and Pat Ralph, July 8, 2018. Let's go ahead and read a little bit of this stuff. A computer system that can track and identify any face anywhere may sound like science fiction, but in China, two such companies are barreling ahead at making such a technology an everyday reality. The two startups, SenseTime and Megvii, are developing competing facial recognition platforms powered by artificial intelligence. SenseTime became the world's highest valued AI startup after raising $600 million in April at a valuation of $4.5 billion. Jesus Christ. I mean, are you joking? I mean, I hope that y'all have something working for that. The company raised another $620 million last month. Where's all the money going? It's dumb Chinese money anyway. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Megvii isn't far behind. It raised $460 million in the last November. While the valuation hasn't been disclosed, it's likely to close to or at least top $2 billion. I mean, is this what China's doing? Facial recognition technology to recognize anyone, anywhere? Good God, man. Isn't that scary? Huh? How totalitarian can a government get with that type of technology? Jesus Christ. And not to mention, Facebook patents show tracking users in real world. What the hell does this mean? Regulators wary, Facebook is pouring over its prize asset, your face. What did I tell you people about Facebook? Facebook owns your face, man. They own all the pictures, the blogs, your intimate moments, your comments, your likes. They own all that crap. You people don't even realize it. That's why you need to let go of Facebook. It's over, all right? That's why I love Gab. My data, my information belongs to me. Anyway, this article is by Natasha Singer in the New York Times. When Facebook rolled out facial recognition technology tools in the European Union this year, it promoted the technology as a way to help people safeguard their online identities. Oh, yeah, that's fresh. Face recognition technology allows us to protect you from a stranger using your photo to impersonate you, Facebook told its users in Europe. It was a risky move by the social network. 6 years earlier, it had deactivated the technology in Europe after regulators there raised questions about its facial recognition consent system. Now, Facebook was reintroducing the service as part of an update of its user permission process in Europe. Yet Facebook is taking a huge reputational risk in aggressively pushing the technology at a time when its data mining practices are under heightened scrutiny in the United States and Europe. Already, more than a dozen privacy and consumer groups and at least a few dozen officials argue that the company's use of facial recognition technology has violated people's privacy by not obtaining appropriate user consent. Excuse me. So once again, Facebook, aside from data mining, they are owning your face. Now they want ownership of your face. They want ownership of your goddamn face. That's great. Let's move on to the next goddamn headline, shall we? Homeowners are sitting on a record amount of cash, $5.8 trillion. Now, what does that mean, folks? $5.8 trillion. That means right now there is $5.8 trillion in equity wealth in people's properties right now. That's why you're seeing a lot of these commercials about home equity loans and reverse mortgages and that sort of thing. $5.8 trillion of liquid cash sitting in people's properties. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. No wonder here recently I see some of these big-time Wall Street guys betting that in the future many of these people are going to begin renting. That renting, and I think I announced this back in 2009 during the crash, renting is going to be the new owning, because owning is going to be very scarce here in the next 10 to 15 years, probably sooner than that. But renting is not only going to be the only thing, it's going to be the expensive thing. In some markets, you're probably already seeing that the amount of money to rent is astronomical. So with that being said, if you're a homeowner and you're sitting on some equity, there's a lot of things you can do. You can either take a home equity loan on the goddamn home so you can have some liquidity in your personal name or in a corporation, and then rent out the home so that the renter can pay for the cost of the loan and the interest while you're capitalizing on doing whatever it is that you're doing with the home equity loan itself. So there's a lot of things to do there. A lot of things to do. You just got to be financially creative. Remember, there's lots of creativity in finance. Always remember that, all right? Let's take a look at the next headline. The World Health Organization has ruled sex addiction as a mental health disorder. Really? Sex addiction is a mental health disorder? Really? Maybe, just maybe, these people have nothing else better to do with their lives, Maybe if they were out there and paying bills and shit, they wouldn't have this extremely exuberant amount of energy and libido to go out there and be banging every goddamn 2 hours. All right? I guarantee you these people that are sex addicts out here are obviously not paying bills and shit. I'm a sex addict. Oh, my God. You notice this sex addiction a lot in the LGBTQ movement. What's happening is that in the LGBTQ movement, it's very promiscuous, all right? So what they do is most of them are pause holes anyway. So they go on these, like, Grindr and Jacks, these kinds of hookup type websites. And because most of them are pause holes, they're probably collecting disability, they're getting their AIDS drugs free, probably getting free housing, or they're living with somebody, or they've got 2 or 3 AIDS roommates, or whatever the case might be, and they're there all day on Grindr and Jacks, taking loads, having their ass in the air, servicing glory holes, all this nonsense. This is sex addiction, all right? But you see, that's not what they're talking about. I guarantee you they're not even talking about the LGBTQ. They're talking about, this guy, he likes to cheat on his wife, so it's a sex addiction, dude. It's a sex addiction. Give me a freaking break, man. Give me a freaking break. I'm tired of all these so-called mental disorders. I'm really sick of them, man. I'm tired of them. I'm sick of them. Anyway, I want to say what's going on to Freezing Zakata and TCS2K18. What's going on? These two guys are the latest to purchase an autograph of yours truly. Once again, if you want an autograph, go to my Gab account right now, Politics Ghost, and if you see the first post, click the video link of that first post, and it'll tell you exactly how to get and obtain yours truly's autograph, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yours truly's autograph. Anyway, folks, thank you very much, everybody who is tuning in and everybody who is purchasing an autograph. Once again, not only are you supporting the show, you're also supporting Gab, baby, an independent social media that is promoting free speech and that is 100% user-backed. I mean, the users are the ones that support the whole goddamn thing. There ain't no corporate masters. There ain't none of that crap. So once again, I appreciate that. I appreciate that 100%. Anyway, let's continue going here. Clinton. Wait a minute. Hillary Clinton eyes 2020. Oh, my God. Is she going to be alive at 2020? She was fucking passing out. She was out there collapsing in 2016. What, she's going to be able to survive to 2020 without being afflicted with some kind of a fucking physical ailment? Are you fooling yourself? I mean, what kind of delusion are you living in, Hillary Clinton, for heaven's sake? You couldn't even go to India. Remember she went to India here recently about a month or two ago? Actually, it was a little longer than that. It was about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. She went with Huma Abedin. And remember, she was like coming down from some kind of, I don't know, Indian temple. And I don't know, one of her cankles gave out on her and she kind of slipped back and had cracked her ankle and had to wear a goddamn boot on it. I mean, this woman can't even stand up straight. And she's going to run for president in 2020? You people are idiots. I'm telling you, you Democrats are morons. Good God. And Drudge has a poll here. It says, should Hillary run for president one last time? 64.52% say no. 35.48% say yes. Oh, God, what a bunch of liberal lunatics. And the total vote count is 268,000. What a bunch of liberal lunatics. And speaking of liberal lunatics, let's take a look at the next article. Pelosi forgets McConnell's name and aide forced to prompt. Look, this is happening a lot to Pelosi. I mean, have you seen her give her speech every, other morning? Whenever she's talking and giving a speech to the media, this broad doesn't even know whether she's coming or going, man. You can tell that her brain is completely leaving her body, and yet this woman insists that she is going to be the Speaker of the House again. I mean, you hear all this talk about how the Democratic Party is getting younger, there's a transition, a yada, yada, yada. They're talking about Nancy Pelosi being the fucking Speaker of the House again. Even Barack Obama came out and said that Nancy Pelosi will be Speaker of the House again. Why? Why? I don't understand why. Why in the hell would this space cadet plastic face be Speaker of the House again? And supposedly, like I said, since the whole goddamn Democratic Party is getting younger, how come the leadership continues to get older? I mean, look at the Democratic leadership, for Christ's sake. Nancy Plastic Face Pelosi and Chuck Kick the American People in the Balls Schumer, for Christ's sake. And this is the Democratic leadership, and you're going to try to fool me that the Democrats are getting younger? Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here, you anal object aficionado, sweaty, sock-sucking, taint-tonguing, blue ball-blowing, Cincinnati bow-tie receiving, dirty Sanchez-loving, rusty trombone-playing piece of liberal trash? Bunch of fruit bowls is what it is. A bunch of fruit bowls. Anyway, what else do we have here, for heaven's sake? Univision and Telemundo ignore lowest Hispanic unemployment ever. Of course they're going to ignore it. I mean, look at Jorge Ramos, for Christ's sake. All these people do is just agitate the illegal immigrant audience that they have in this country. That's all they're good for. They're good for rabble-rousing these people in Spanish to go out there and protest with their goddamn Mexican flags in the air, saying, "Viva la Mexico! Viva la Mexico! I mean, that's all Telemundo and Univision are doing. I mean, this is the lowest Hispanics unemployment in American history, and yet you don't have Univision or Telemundo saying anything about it. Anything about it. Telemundo, Hispanic, Telemundo, Give me a fucking break, man. Of course they're going to ignore the fact that right now, under Trump's presidency, this is the lowest unemployment for Hispanics in American history. But, you know, you ain't going to hear it from the mainstream media. You ain't going to hear it from them, though. You ain't going to hear it from them, though. And not to mention, folks, haven't you heard Hispanics, as far as their favorite, their appreciation of Trump, whether or not they like Trump? That particular poll went up 10 points. He's up 10 points with Hispanics, man. And why? Because most Hispanics want to work, all right? Most Mexicans want to work. It's in their fucking blood to work. Work like a fucking mule horse. They appreciate it, man. That's why. That's why the Democrats are always wondering,
why can't we penetrate that Mexican demographic? I mean, we promised them everything. We promised the blacks. We promised them welfare. We promised them, child care. We promised them everything for free on the government. Why exactly do we not have the domination over this minority like we do over the blacks?
That's because Mexicans like to work. That's what they do. They like to work, and the reason they like to work is because they're machismo. They're a bunch of machismo motherfuckers. They don't want anybody telling them what to do. I mean, let's be honest. The majority of Mexicans, they work their asses off, so on the weekend, they can fucking dance in their fucking, pointy tip boots with music that goes... I'm not joking! That's all Mexicans want! I've seen it! That's all they want! They want to work their asses off, have a couple of bean and cheese tacos, and swig it down with some Mexican Coronas or fucking Dos Equis or something, and then dance around with their pointy boots with music in the background going... I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking. Anyway, look, I'm going to go ahead and end this right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask people that are on Gab, people that are in the chat room right now, I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and ask any question you'd like of yours truly here. Let's have a Q&A session, so to speak. So if you have anything that you would like to ask here in the last 10 minutes of yours truly, go ahead and gab at me. Go ahead and post it in the chat room. And while you're doing that, I will take a swig of this soda. Like I said, 6 days sober, baby. All right? I think by 7 days, they give you a little fucking, medal or something in AA, right? A little Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Don't need no fucking Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, for Christ's sake. Anyway, once again, Q&A session, True Capitalist Radio style. If you'd like to have something answered, gab at me, or if you're a part of the True Capitalist Radio chat room, go ahead and ask away, baby. We got 10 minutes left on this Monday. And, I want to be honest with you, I don't really have a bad case of the Mondays today. I was a little bummed on Saturday, I want to be honest with you. I mean, not, drinking on a Saturday, that's rough. I'll tell you, that was rough to get through. Anyway, we got our first questions here. What's going on? What are your thoughts on Newt Gingrich? I think Newt Gingrich, to be honest with you, is a pretty good bureaucrat of the right. During his tenure as Speaker of the House, he was able to force Bill Clinton to deal with the Republican-dominated Congress, and was able to force Bill Clinton to reform welfare, was able to force Bill Clinton to pass Republican-based initiatives utilizing a Democrat-dominated executive. He was a very, very shrewd bureaucrat, to say the least. And that's all I have to say about the man. You know what I'm saying? Question, will you have an alcoholic drink on us, Ghost? What the hell you mean, have an alcoholic drink on us? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. What does that mean? Here's another one. What's your thoughts on Knight Rider, the original 80s show? That's actually a pretty good show. I'm not a big Hasselhoff fan, but that's actually a pretty decent show, for Christ's sake. Have you ever worked a menial job where you were starting out? Well, of course I did, man. I mean, that was one of my first jobs. I don't want to say what the first job was, but you're going to have to work a menial job, but you keep up the work ethic, and believe me, other employers will be looking at you from afar and say, who is this guy? Look at this guy. He's working his ass off. Hey, why don't you come work for me? Why don't you come work for me, for Christ's sake, man? And that's kind of what happened to me. And then I took the money that I made while working, made myself a capitalist, and that's just the way it is. Here, we're going to go ahead and take a look on Gab. Here, we got a couple of questions on Gab. What's your favorite cigarette? I don't like cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke cigars and pipes. All right? Let me see. What can the capitalist army do to trigger another referendum for Quebec to succeed from Canada in order to be secular again? Well, you're going to have to get the majority of Quebec and obviously get their names and signatures. That's a start. But if that's the case, I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I don't know too much about Canadian politics outside the parliamentary procedures, etc. So I'm not too sure. But I mean, obviously, getting the whole goddamn province on your side would probably help, to say the least. What is your best investment you ever made? My wife. My wife is my best investment that I've ever made. What's your view about the Congressional Leadership Fund? I don't know. What about it? I don't really have any views on it. It's probably another slush fund to maneuver and launder money into the fucking pockets of bureaucrats. You know what I mean? Who else we got? We got, hey, Ghost, if you were gay, who would you rather do? Hulk Hogan or Steve Austin? Bro, are you none? Are you kidding me? I would not. No. What do you mean? I mean, does that mean that I'm fucking them or them fucking me? Either way, I mean that's man ass. Why would you even ask such a question, you sick maniac? Jesus Christ, man. I'm asking you, will you have an alcoholic drink in honor of your fans, like having a few shots for your fans because we love them? I'm not going to have one right now, man. Jesus Christ, don't you understand? I'm trying to clean out a little bit, for Christ's sake. You unappreciative prick? I'm trying to clean out for a little bit, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. Who else do we have going on over here? Besides Hillary, who do you think will run for the Democratic Party in 2020? You know what? I mean, there are so many people. You got that stupid dumb cunt Kamala Harris, that ethnically ambiguous broad. You've got Cory Booker, that over-dramatic drama queen that looks so fake, it's disgusting. Oh, my God. Who else do we have here? Canelo or GGG? They're fighting? I thought that was canceled. I thought the Canelo Alvarez and Golovkin fight was canceled because Canelo had something in the system or something. I would say Golovkin is going to kick the shit out of Canelo. I was very upset with Canelo and his showing with Mayweather. Mayweather made him look like an idiot. What's your favorite cigar brand? Well, it depends on the mood. I mean, right now I'm real big into Padron cigars out of Nicaragua, but the Nicaraguan tobacco is getting a little expensive because they're having a little bit of a revolution down there. But if it's not that, I do love Cuban Cohibas. That's probably my favorite. Cuban Cohiba. Mwah! Beautiful Cuban Cohiba. Who else do we have here? Gibson or Fender? Gibson or Fender? If it's those two, I'll probably have to choose Fender, American made, of course. Made in the USA. Or Japan. I'll take a Japan-made fender. I will not take a made in China bunch of garbage, man. I will not do that. Do you have any advice on how to be productive? Just go out and do it, man. And make sure that you're eating plenty of beef and nutrients so that you can be able to have the energy to push yourself. You know what I mean? Have the energy to push your goddamn self to be able to be productive, man. That's what you got to do. Because, man, no one's going to make you be productive. You got to go out there and you got to do it on your own. You got to make sure that you have enough, you have enough nutrients to be able to do so, man. So, I mean, that's what makes a lot of people lazy is the lack of nutrition, if you want my opinion. All right. What was the first coin that I mined? Zcash was the first coin that I mined. Well, I did buy a mining contract of Ethereum, and that contract's still going, by the way. So I don't know. I technically I didn't mine that, but technically I still got the payment for it. So I don't know. You got to figure that out on your own. What else we got here? Once again, you want to ask a question? Now is the time. Now is the time to do so. If you're in the chat room or if you're in the Gab account, I'm going to take a couple more questions, and then I'm getting the hell out of here for this Monday. Who else do we have here? All right, let me go take a look at Gab here. I can't. I'm not going to say these for Christ's sake, man. Do you think Doug Ford has the power to prosecute the Tom Mulcair for campaign fraud? I think he has the power. It's whether or not he has the balls to do it, you know? Who will die first, Bernie Sanders or John McCain? I don't know. I have no idea. I would like for John McCain to hurry up and die. Hey, John McCain, hurry up and die. I'm telling you, this has got to be the longest bout of damn brain cancer I have ever seen in my life. I mean, hurry up and die, all right? I mean, good God. It's just so sick, for Christ's sake. What's my favorite barbecue sauce? Rudy's barbecue sauce, baby. That is the shit, all right? As a matter of fact, Rudy's barbecue in general is the shit, all right? And that's a Texas place. That was made out here in Texas. They got them all over Texas. Beautiful sauce. They make beautiful brisket, beautiful turkey. I'm telling you. If I had to leave the U.S., where would I go? You know what? I really don't know, man. I really don't know where I would go, to be honest with you. I have probably Australia, but Australia's starting to get a little cucked. And the only reason I say Australia is because I've got a lot of fans in Australia. I'm going to be honest with you. What's going on to the Australian fans out there? Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi! But probably Australia because, it's not as inhabited. It's still somewhat of a small country, and it looks nice out there. A lot of the Australians are pretty cool dudes out there, man. Pretty cool stuff. So I'd probably go there. Unless they've gotten too leftist cucked, you know? But other than that, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on here. Who else do we have here? Whatever happened to the engineer? We haven't heard from him in a while. Is he dead? No, he's all right. He's in the back. Don't worry about the engineer, okay? All right, the engineer's doing his job. All right, I'm still paying him. Everything's all right. Anyway. If you were born a woman, what type of man would you be into? I don't fucking know what kind of man. Why do you think I would know something like that? Why the fuck would you think that I would even be thinking about such bullshit like that? You know, I hate when dudes do that. I hate when dudes are like, I don't mean to sound like a queer or nothing, but that dude has a really nice ass. I don't mean to sound like a queer or nothing, but I think I'd butt fuck Brad Pitt. I don't mean to sound like a queer or nothing, but I actually think that, Stone Cold Steve Austin probably has a pretty big cock. I mean, I'm serious. Dudes do that shit all the time. What the hell is your problem? I mean, take about 10 steps away from my freaking butt crack with that fucking gay talk, man. Why the fuck would you think I even know something like that? Oh, my God. All right. I think that's about it after that, for Christ's sake, all right? That's about enough. All right. Anyway, folks, we're about to end this broadcast here on this Monday. I want to give a shout-out to everybody one more again who purchased an autograph. And once again, we got True Capitalist Radio merch for sale, okay? Yours truly's 2018 autograph. Remember, the last time I sold my autograph was for $25. It's $16, baby. And 4 of those dollars are going to Gab, okay, which I have no problem with because I'm trying to support Gab while at the same time trying to monetize the show. So by purchasing the autograph through the method that I've got posted on the Gab post right now, you will be supporting the show and Gab. You're killing 80 birds with one stone, baby. You're killing 80 birds with one goddamn stone, and that's beautiful. Now, once again, if you want an autograph of yours truly, this is for a limited time. This is not going to be up forever, okay? So if you want it, I would strongly advise you to get it here. I'm probably going to have it up for about a week and a half, maybe a week and a half. That's about it. Once again, go to my Gab account right now, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. And it's the first post that states, Ghost from True Capitalist Radio autograph now on sale. Click that link. Click that gab.ai/tv/watch/18436 link. Watch the video. It's kind of a short video. And it'll instruct you how to get an autograph. Once again, my apologies that I have to go through all this rigmarole to be able to sell an autograph, but like I've been saying, those of us on the right wing of the political spectrum are being persecuted. We're being banned. We're being ostracized. And, we have to use untraditional methods of being able to, monetize our merchandise, monetize our stuff. So this is what we have to do. My apologies, folks. So let me go ahead. Let me give one more round of shout-outs to everybody who purchased an autograph. Once again, Hawk Late Milk, the first one. Thank you very much, my man. We've got Capitalist King in the house, Blasphemous Bastard. We've got Decatur in the house. Spark Synapse in the place, Man Bear Pig Joe, Jingo Bert, Mule Dog Gaming in the place. C for AR, Metaform in the place. The God of Rage, Stagio in the house. MBJS in the place, Holden Capitalist, Jupiter 9099, Freezing Zakata, and TCS 2K18. Now, once again, folks, I really do appreciate everybody who is purchasing an autograph. I really appreciate everybody who's out there supporting the show. And like I said, purchasing it through this method will not only support the show, you're supporting Gab as well. 2 independent media. And that's what we have to do, folks. We have to support independent media. Because if we don't, independent media will wither away, and it'll be dominated by these faggoty social media influencers that obey their corporate masters, or these asshole talking heads on the boob tube. And we can't be exclusively given our information and news from these people, because they're not giving you information and news. They're trying to shape your narrative. That's what they're trying to do. And that's why we have to support independent media as much as we possibly can, because if we don't, who is? We don't have advertisers. I go through this whole damn show 3 hours, no advertising, no commercials, nothing. Nothing. And that's why, folks, we need the support, not just me, other independent operations. That's why I'm going through Gab. That's why I'm doing my Thea thing. And I appreciate each and every one of you that are out there supporting the broadcast. Anyway, one more again before I get out of here. If you want an autograph of yours truly, an official autograph, go to my Gab account right now and click the video link on the first post. All right, on the first post, the post that states, let me give you exactly what it states. It states, Ghost from True Capitalist Radio autograph now on sale. Click the video link below to find out how to get yours. Thank you for your support of independent media. You're goddamn right. That's what this is, baby. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, you're listening to the political underground. You're listening to the underground, baby. You're goddamn right. 10 fucking years. This show has been the political underground, and now that this show has taken a direction for the serious, now we got the media fact checkers trying to come at us. Now we got these leftists trying to discredit us because they know that we're being effective. They know that we're penetrating the psyche of the electorate out here. We're actually affecting the way people think about politics, and that's why they're trying to stop us. That's why they're trying to pull every dirty trick in the book to try to stop us, and we've got to stop them before they stop us. We've got to stop them before they stop us. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Thank you very much for tuning in with me, for Christ's sake. I really do appreciate it. All right, this is episode number 589, July 9th, 2018. And we're going to keep on trucking, baby. We're going to keep on fucking trucking. Nothing's going to stop us. Like I said, we independent now. This is my own website. I ain't going nowhere. All right, you fucking social media people that ban me, you fucking transaction people that ban me, fuck you! Capitalism or death, bitches! You fucking autist that thought that you could troll me off the internet, fuck you, you fucking autist! I'm still standing, huh? I'm still fucking standing! I'm still standing! This should go to show you that you autists that are out there that are all pissing and moaning that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to email Blog Talk Radio, I'm going to email Gumroad, and I'm going to get them off the air. That's just proof that you fucking autists should be put to sleep, in my opinion. People make me sick. You people make me sick. I'm telling you, and I'm not the only one that thinks this. I'm starting to realize that people are starting to open their eyes to these autists and realize that for the most part they're a burden on their family and society and are a waste of life. Anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. All right, once again, if you want an autograph, we got merch going on. Go to, once again, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, and click the video link to show you how to get yourself your own goddamn autograph from yours truly. All right? Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in with me. I will be back this Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Texas Time. And I want you to tune in with me, man, and let everybody know about this broadcast, all right? We underground, we serious now, so spread it around like wildfire. I'll be back this Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Texas Time. The official website, one more again, ghost.report. Ghost.report, folks. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in with me. Long live the capitalist army, and death to feminism, death to socialism, and death to communism. What did I say? Did I say capitalism? I meant communism. Some assholes scrolling fucking capitalism or death all over the goddamn place over here. Death to communism. For fuck's sake, I'm all fucking up for Christ's sake over here. Damn it. Get me the fuck out of here. Death to communism, death to communism, death to communism, and death to all communists, and death to all socialists, death to all communists, and death to all socialists, death to all communists, and death to all socialists, death to all communists, and death to all socialists, death to all communists, and death to all socialists, death to all communists, and death to all socialists, death to all communists, and death to all socialists. You fuck!